my motherfucking time!
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
I got your name. I got your ass.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on! Let's get nuts.
I think good for an intro, like, isn't it? Like, I know, like on the YouTube or something.
Depends how loud it'll be.
Alan.
Dr. Grant.
Life. Pints away.
Just one big pile of shit.
Well, I can think of no better way to start the podcast than that, to be honest. 65 million years in the making.
Good morning.
Good morning. Oh, yeah, well, anyone tuning in, good morning or good evening, whatever the fuck. Good afternoon, that's right. This is the Red Acre Sit Down Shut Up special on Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, and basically Fallen Kingdom. Anything else we can squeeze in that Jurassic Park related will be covered. And to my left, I have Niall Connell.
Hello.
And to my right, might as well introduce himself.
JP, Jurassic Park.
What's up, everybody?
So, as you've seen through our Instagram posts last wee while, we've been putting up notices about this. We've got some more coming your way as well to help advertise this. We're all Jurassic Park fans. We're all big film fans more than anything.
I hate it.
You hate it?
I'm just here. I just spite.
I'm in the books, man. I thought I told you that.
Well, this will be a quick podcast then, won't it?
See you later.
See you later. No, this is something that's been just recently turned 25. So it's 25th anniversary of the Jurassic Park first film coming out. So
way to make me feel old.
I know, make us all feel old.
Well, we're at least 3-4 years older than that film, like.
Yeah.
Are we almost fossilised? Like?
Almost extinct.
No, this
Almost
movie's
extinct.
This movie's about us. Just us fine, you know. There'll be dust.
Frozen, JP frozen in time, man.
With a joint
Digging you out of a bit of amber, man.
I'm in the staff. It's my face.
Is that not the park you want to see? You go around in the car and it's just JP behind a fence.
A huge JP.
Just yeah.
You want some cocaine?
Or like if they're like, go, where's the JP? Over here, man.
But there's like a herd of them. There's like different versions.
No, I'm trying.
And the big one, telling your name.
Man, it's perfect. Especially we've got the full John Williams score in the background as well, so setting the mood rightly. So
Man, he did so many soundtracks. Like I only recently
Yeah.
came across, like he did Harry Potter, and he did really Indiana Jones. But I think he did all Spielberg's films. Didn't
man, he could have done your christening ball, you know.
Christening.
You know what I mean? He's been there the whole time. But
Maybe
yeah.
the wee roar.
So is that? Do you think the soundtrack? While it's here, we might as well go for that. Do you think the soundtrack is probably one of the most important parts of it?
Oh man, the soundtrack.
Why it's
I think
lasting.
any film really like a soundtrack kind of makes. Like you could watch a shit film, but you'd be like, that soundtrack was awesome though. You know what I mean? Like
true.
I know it doesn't really make the film, but like a soundtrack just completes it. How? Like who doesn't get that tune stuck in your head? Like once you hear. Yeah, it's in your head for weeks, man. I'm telling you. Even the version, even the bad version. I think John, you were talking about not too long ago that real
The kazoo version.
Even that gets stuck in your head, man, because it's the general tune.
Yeah.
Even that can get stuck in your head. But I think that's the most legendary, iconic soundtracks. I think that theme.
One of.
Like it's up there. It's up there. Like
fucking ones there when you think you know.
when you think of iconic tunes, that's one of them. And then you'd be like, what? I don't know what else. Jaws. To me, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings now.
Well, Harry Potter, that actually is a pretty good theme.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And then there's this thing, like I think we were talking about it too long ago. When you try and hum the Indiana Jones tune, sometimes it comes out as what Jurassic Park or Superman.
Yeah.
And I
Depends.
think it's
which way
John
you do it,
Williams. I
yeah.
think John Williams did. I don't know if he did Superman, like, but
I think he did.
Well, I got it there, like.
Come on, keep going.
Yeah, keep it going.
This is a JP podcast, Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Podcast. I'm not going to stop
confusing
talking about
as-
it. But yeah,
that's
I like
confusing.
the soundtrack, man. Yeah.
Well, as you can see, it's always there. It's one of the first things that got downloaded when it got Spotify, so it's always there for nearly the last couple of weeks. Every time we're out and about in the forest, it has to go on.
The 10-hour version of it.
The 10-hour version has to go on. No, it's things like the soundtrack is definitely what makes it last. And to be honest, it's the whole actual look of it, especially the fact is that the logo's plastered constantly throughout the film. it's really branded. It's very memorable. It's striking as well.
the logo.
The logo, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
don't
yeah, the
think that-
logo is awesome. Like.
I don't think it's dated at all.
No,
It's on par to me, like the Mortal Kombat Dragon logo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's that iconic whenever you see it. You know.
Very striking. That's that sort of red stands out. Like, and that's what the
And the
Red
T-Rex
is not too long
skeleton. You know what I mean?
the guy who actually sketched it, who designed, I forget his name actually. We're going to maybe look up the graphic artist who designed the logo.
Yep.
He just took like I think it was a stand. He did a stencil or like a traced like a picture of like a fossilized was a T-Rex. Yeah. That's what he came up when he sent it to him. It was a Michael Crichton.
Yeah,
Michael Crichton.
yeah.
And then he was like, "Oh man, I love this." Even though that's what they're saying. T-Rex.
his
isn't
exact words.
from-
Oh man, I love
Oh
this.
man, love it, man. I want more. Give me more. You know what I mean? But actually, that's what the T-Rex isn't actually from the Jurassic period. It's like from was it
Triassic or something.
Triassic or Cretaceous or something. So it's actually younger than the Jurassic period itself. So just a wee random fact there.
Yeah, like the separation between some species and all. Obviously, we're
That's
not.
what said. A lot of the dinosaurs in the film aren't actually from the Jurassic
You're
period at
going
all.
to tell me it's not actually a dinosaur. Come on.
Well, it's a bird.
It's a fucking Pokemon.
But again, Cretaceous Park doesn't really sound good. Or
No.
Well, what's the other periods? I don't know. But Jurassic
Jurassic.
Park just sounds good. Jurassic Park. You know.
Yeah, Triassic and all doesn't really sound right.
The Cretaceous Park. No,
I think Funnier Day actually did a sketch. We animated a sketch of that. It's like each version of the periods and stuff, and one of them is like this wee sea creature instead. It's chasing them instead of velociraptors. It's like right, fair enough. We're all right here. Like,
a lot of them are just like wee things in the water, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's or like a
just nothing. No threat whatsoever. The fuck. I don't. It's a weird kind of franchise to be honest, because it's one of those things that you can tell that they probably never intended to have sequels for, because it was just so fucking elaborate to begin with. Anyway, but
because when did Michael Crichton? I'm pronouncing his name right.
Yeah.
Not Crichton. When did he release the Lost World? He released the book Lost World after the first film, didn't he?
Yep.
So obviously he was like, oh, not gonna say anything. But obviously he thought I could get even more of this, and he could.
Yeah.
Because I say obviously they fucking done 5 films of it. Like.
Why wouldn't you? Like?
That's what they said is when we did the screenplay of Jurassic Park. He did the screenplay for Jurassic Park. He did I think it was like come to about 20% of the book. He goes that's 20% worth of the book materials in the film. So I suppose they had so many more films to make from the one book alone. I suppose
they could that book never. Well, that's a good way to go on. Maybe just go into the second one then as well. Then that the actual book itself is fucking.
I haven't read it. Have you read it?
As I mentioned before, when I was younger, there used to be that bookmobile thing going through the schools. You could get the catalogue. Right, I want that fucking
Is that
book.
the build your own dinosaur skeleton type of shit?
That kind of
that,
shit,
yeah.
and all, yeah. But
Everything screwed up.
in one of them, there was a Simpsons book which did like written versions of episodes and stuff. I was like, right, okay. And then there was another one which was Lost World. And I remember getting the Lost World and reading it and looking through just the photos from the film. Yeah. But it was one of those books that were put out where it was the actual novel, but with photos of the film. And most of the novel isn't really in the film. And so you're just kind of like,
so it's
What's going on
novelization
here?
of the film.
yeah.
And so it's not the actual original novel.
No,
Right,
it was it was just like a cash grab kind of thing, just like fucking put it back out again. Like,
Kids will love this one.
no man, it was rough from what I remember. Like,
to the size of the original book, though. It's
It
probably
was-
a quarter of the size, isn't
yeah,
it?
it's almost
fraction.
it's not like the Lord of the Rings fucking things, but it's big enough. Like,
But even they've taken so much stuff that they didn't use in the first film from the first book and used it now. I think even recently they've used something from the book in the newer films.
yeah, they were taking some things like they always wanted the. Wasn't there something with the motorbikes or something that they always wanted to include? And a lot of ideas.
Raptors.
Yeah, well, again, that's more from some of the. Funny enough, we have a copy of the sales script here. Anyone that follows the franchise and stuff will know about these scripts that were going around in the mid 2000s. Of
I was going to do a Shane Douglas quote there because I heard franchise.
go for it.
No, moments passed.
One was passed. As I said, there was a lot of scripts coming out, a lot of fan scripts and all as well, and a lot of the similar beats were coming out with scenes with raptors and motorcycles, all their interventions and stuff. So this one in particular, the sales script is out, just classically titled Jurassic Park 4. It can be found online easily, and it's a good enough read.
Wonder how they got the name.
I wonder how they got the names right. Took all night.
What's it mean?
But that draft, a lot of it is basically, I'd say at least 60%
I've
of that
read
is.
bits of it.
Yeah.
You've gone through the entire thing, have you?
I've gone through it before.
It's really, I've heard it's like it's not only ridiculous at times, but it's really out there. It's like
It is out there.
I've read the opening with the baseball pitch
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff and all that.
With the attack thing, yeah.
It didn't sound too bad. Like I've seen worse on screen. Like
Well, that's it. It felt more like a TV movie, to be honest, for a while. Then all of a sudden, it just went all ape shit. But with the castle and all that kind of stuff. But was saying is that at least with these, you can see where they were trying to go back then, and they actually talk about probably 60% of that is now Jurassic World, and they've carried on a lot of traits.
Because everyone's obviously seen the you've seen John the concept art for the Jurassic Park.
Oh, the other version that we're going to do.
Human dinosaur hybrid. Sort of
Oh
thing.
yeah.
Really weird shit.
Like,
you
shit
know
on
what I mean?
air. Actually, Mortal Kombat actually fucking stole that shit. And put that in. What game was it? Mortal Kombat. Hopefully, say Deception. It was probably Armageddon. No, it's Deception.
One of John Sayles knows about this.
It could be Armageddon. There's a conquest mode where you go in and fight the Red Dragon clan, and they've got all these dragon fucking hybrids and mad. It's shite like.
So we link back to Mortal Kombat there.
Yeah.
Well,
Not one of his finer moments, like, you know what I mean, but still.
He was struck maybe. The well was running a wee bit dry, wasn't it?
Yeah. They reboot the franchise for a reason, like.
Let's start over.
Well, as the series has gone on, more actors have come and gone between. There's not that many people for a franchise. I guess they're not really reliant. Say like compared to the Marvel one, where every single one has to have the same cast going through the whole fucking thing. It's the same people fighting other robots and whatever the fuck. It's not the same cast from the first one going through right through to number 5. They changed it up.
The one thing I think the only character most sparsely is every film is Hammond, isn't it?
Sparsely, yeah.
Like what he's in, obviously the first one, second one. He's not in the third. He's obviously mentioned.
He's the one that's most heavily referred to in all of them. Yeah,
he's got that big fucking statue. Fifth one, he's got the big portrait.
Yeah,
you know, I think he's the only one that's maybe spiritually throughout the whole thing. Close enough, you can guess maybe what Goldblum's.
Goldblum, yeah, as well, and then Wu now because of carrying through. But then he wasn't really mentioned the second or the third one. But I'm just saying, as a franchise, it's interesting to see that they didn't rely heavily on keeping the same cast going through. But then again,
they kind of kept that sort of stereotypical sort of cast sort of like they had, like obviously in the new Jurassic World they had the 2 kids again. And the dinosaur, obviously, but they're a bit different from what.
A few story beats are repeated,
the third one and the second one they had the kid as well.
All the movies kind of copy each other.
Obviously,
what was the good bits in the first one? Right, put that in the second one.
Yeah.
Third one, what was really good in the second one? Right, do that again.
Well, you've got John's picked up the second and third one quite recently, just to get caught up to speed with it. So
I didn't need to watch the first one. Grew up with it. Second one, I remember I had seen it a couple of times, but it was definitely worth the rewatch because there was a few wee bits and pieces that I kind of thought was in the third one, and then stuff that was in the third one was getting mixed up with the second one as well.
That's the heavy middle part of the franchise. So what did you think watching? Because they're very, very different films, the two of them. So back to back,
even in lengths, that's what we were saying. Like,
yeah.
Even the lengths is
so what was that like? Just to go, like you could see a story completely go and fucking dip as you followed through. Do you not think? Or
well, I don't know. What compared to is the first one. What I like about it is they're actually in there fucking to investigate and try and rebuild the dinosaurs. No archival and bones and shit like that. And then the second one, they've just gone, right, let's go fucking mad with this here, do you know.
It's a second island now, it's a different island in the second one now. So that wasn't even mentioned in the first film, was it? The second island. Well, obviously he only had the first book out, so he obviously was only writing for one island. He's the Nublar.
Yeah.
So the second one, I like the idea of ending the second island. You know what I mean? That's where they would have bred them.
Yeah, it's not a cop-out, to be honest.
And then moved them over to the main island.
It's like the test facility or something, you know. Before we can bring them into the actual amusement park, let's make sure they don't go mad.
And they're not diseased or anything like that, because you won't put them in with the rest of the animals.
Spoiler alert.
Disclaimer.
Yeah, the second one, actually, there's a lot of cool moments that I like in it, but I think that there's far too much that they're trying to like put your own, all the eggs in the one basket kind of speak. You know what I mean? There's so many different things going on. First of all, you hear right there's a second island, and people he's going. Jeff Goldblum's going, what the fuck? All he's doing throughout the movie is like death, destruction. I'm waiting for it. You know. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, the wee girl, his daughter's there, so there's more drama out of the story. And then all of a sudden, here comes the army dude, boys. You know what I mean? Fucking
humans.
Baby T-Rexes and everything that are purely, you can tell that's an animatronic. I could have sworn that I heard it go, you know what it was, and it trying to eat the food too. It was like, oh my god, like that's one thing that still haven't really mastered, don't think, from the first one, is how real the dinosaurs.
Animatronics.
Even, you know. But yeah, it's far too much going on, but it's still, there's moments there where it's like, yes.
The boy in the second one, since we're on the second one, was it Roland?
Yeah.
The hunter.
Giuseppe.
I don't normally like hunters. Sort of thing. I don't like hunters in general, but he's just a cool character, sort of thing. And there's deleted scenes online of him just gives a wee bit more to the character.
He's wrecking someone at a bar, isn't it?
One arm tied behind his back as well, knocked him out. Like.
Nice.
It's class wee scenes. It's just obviously they didn't need it, sort of thing. But I liked his character. At the end, he didn't really kill the T-Rex, I suppose. He just captured them for him. So, you know what I mean? And that was enough for him.
Where are you going to collect my share?
Yeah. I think he's a cool character, like a bit of a bastard. You mean for using the baby T-Rex? Was it the runt? I don't know what you want to call him, or what is it?
He's one of the only arseholes that actually survive.
T-Runt.
The only is it the runt?
T-Runt.
T-Runt. I like that. T-Runt. But yeah, he's one of the few ones actually. Man, I was going to say I'd love to see that character return, but
Yeah, I know.
unfortunately, what do you call it? Pete passed away.
Yeah,
God love him. He passed on a few years ago. God rest his soul. But what an actor! His cheekbones alone, man, deserve 2 Oscars.
I was wondering if
his cheekbones don't just stand out. I'm telling you,
Pretty good when he was standing face off of the T-Rex when he just started shotgun. And he was pure. Come pal. You're waiting for it. Blast.
And then was it? They said bastard, doesn't they? When he realised he had no bullets.
when he had to reload, I think
Or
he
he
does.
doesn't say blast. He doesn't say blast. Like that's what. If they say bastard,
like something.
Bastard.
You know.
Like what a bastard indeed. Like Vince Vaughn, like he was saved by those characters, by those hunters per se. The humans were saved. Vince Vaughn and the Goldblum.
The hand and all.
And then he takes
off
off the bullets.
Whenever the hand comes down after the bus scene, you know. Not about it. And then as soon as I seen the glass cracking bit and everything, it all came back, you know.
That was a tight scene.
I don't know what.
Unreal.
Boom, and then the epic music. The boys have seen today, doing fuck all, you know.
Yeah.
But
What do you call the character that got seen? Ed in that scene though. God love him. Hi.
Eddie.
Was it?
Yeah.
Eddie.
I
Show
don't-
some respect. You know what I mean?
See that scene where everyone's picking him up. There's one dude walking around the film the whole time, and no one ever addressed what's going on. He's always wearing this big backpack with 2 big massive lights on, and he's the one lad walking around lighting everything up for everyone. He's the only one to survive.
Eddie, turn around. Like,
You have to look out for this guy. I
Big
think I
fog
probably
lights,
have
you can't
seen
see
it.
him.
Like,
You
you know
can't
what I
miss
mean?
him. He's always got like his massive fucking.
He's always
lights
at the
on his
back.
Yeah, he's always in the back, and he's the one that
He
saved.
should be at the fucking front.
Do you not think in an island of dinosaurs he'd be the first one spotted?
Oh, he's probably a mile off, man.
Just
Man, you walk about good bit ahead of us there.
yeah.
You go a wee bit ahead there, right? A wee bit of a warning. What?
you be grand.
You touched on something there that was good.
Toy?
As
Ted
the
says you were touching him.
no, as the series goes on, there are a few things that lack. Obviously, CGI in the third one is rough as fuck sometimes, but the way you're saying that the animatronics didn't seem to keep up like it used to. In the new film, they
especially
did a
when
lot
it's eating
better.
the food, like it, you can tell it's not even ripping the fucking.
It's like that in Jurassic World. I think you know the same where they find all. I don't know if it's not the brachiosaurs, but they're all like find with the Indominus Rex just went on a hunting spree.
Yeah.
Like see when they're about to hunt, they're just patting that neck. You're like, it's fake. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, but like, where's the first one? The first one still like again, the animatronics has moments, but see that first time you see that brachiosaur. Like, I still watch it now. You're like, fucking hell. Like, there's worse CGI coming out of films now
Oh fuck yeah.
compared to years ago. You may have obviously just couldn't bother. Like.
Who do you call the fella that was actually trying to help them to get the cable onto the Jeep and tying it around the tree and the slab?
Eddie.
Eddie, wasn't it?
Is it him?
Yeah.
Man, he's such a likeable guy.
That's what I said.
Why does he have to get
Felt sorry for
fucked
him,
up?
yeah.
Like,
He
you know,
felt
I
sorry
was
for him.
going, he's actually pretty funny. He's
He
caring
risked his
about
life.
everybody.
He risked his life to save
He's
them.
being heroic. And there he gets fucking snapping.
Well, not
too,
only
boy.
trying to
Do you know what I mean?
save the people, but he also tried to save the equipment and that big fucking. And it has the T-Rex. T-Rex
And
is
him,
there.
good
The
actor
stuff's still
too.
on the
Yeah,
accelerator.
good actor too. See when the Jeep starts sliding down on his face. You know, it gives you that. Come on,
Feel
come on,
for
Eddie, let's go.
Did you forget? Whenever you had to refresh it, did you forget he got chomped in half? Or
Yeah, literally in chat.
Yeah, I forgot about it,
sure.
but I knew it was coming in as soon as.
just the idea you sit in the room just like
You know, as a kid, watching it or whatever age it was like, right, you know, he fell off and kind of, you know, cold-hearted, cold-hearted
But as you get
motherfucker.
older, yeah,
Brought up with
yeah.
Stone Cold Steve Austin, you know.
Right, right.
yeah.
Try your age, mate. But yeah, watching it there, I was like, oh man, pretty. But
And that's what I said. Had the foot in the accelerator the whole time.
Yeah.
And they were still.
Fucking
like, the
exactly.
first one, your man leaving the kids, you knew he was going to get chomped, and you were going,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
can't.
the
You left
lawyer.
the kids, but Eddie, man, come on, though.
That's it. But hey, we're all over the
Unsung
show.
hero of Jurassic Park
We're all over
2.
the show with fucking back and forth. Nice wee, like when you're going that big, the lawyer scene where he ran into the bogs, sort of thing. In the original script, they were supposed to have Malcolm do the exact same thing and boot it and fucking run off and save himself. But then it was actually Jeff Goldblum who suggested what if he has a flare and he distracts him and then what's Sam Neill's character called again?
Alan Grant.
You think I would know this?
Yeah,
What are you
but
doing? Alan Grant. My head's like a sieve, but so that's Alan Grant saved the kids, and then I think that's a whole lot better because everybody loved Malcolm. Like, I think Malcolm was his story character. You know what I mean? Even the way he spoke, it all was very different, and he just looked cool as fuck. That mullet.
So we'll just establish this. Malcolm is Jeff Goldblum's character, is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I still can't.
Danger. You
I
know.
can't spot him. That scene with the T-Rex head comes through the toilet fucking door, rips it. Apparently, you can see Malcolm getting taught. I still still can't see it.
Oh,
but
you can see him amongst.
yeah.
I always see like a wee bit, like you can see a bit of black amongst the.
Yeah.
What was it, bamboo or something?
It's
Yeah.
probably some
Oh,
mannequin
is that
getting
supposed
clean.
to be him? Is
Yeah.
that supposed to be him then?
Yeah.
That's right.
But it
So
happens
was that
so
the end of
fast.
him then?
No, he comes back now. Remember, he was found.
No, that's what I'm saying. But was he supposed to have died during that before he suggested the stuff with the flare or not?
I said that might have changed it because if he did that, you wouldn't want to see that guy live there, would you?
I know,
Just
yeah.
do it.
I know. And Eddie, like.
I know. Leave them
So
alone.
Eddie's the biggest victim for Jurassic Park for you,
For you,
the franchise.
Hero boy.
Muldoon.
Muldoon's up there with Fallen Kingdom 2. That's the biggest victim ever, boy.
Who?
Literally, the fucking
the-
Brachiosaurus.
Oh. Wee moment silent.
Man, that was
skip
tough.
ahead a wee bit.
That we knew we were going to address that at some point, but fucking hell.
People are like only like obviously Americans only got a wee bit later than we did.
Yeah.
Now you see the articles everywhere online going, "Oh, the scene that's turned everybody apart. We did it 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. And we try and now have to live it again, like." You know?
Well, here,
Was it just say a spoiler alert there?
yeah. Well, no,
Like,
because people, because then there's people saying that that brachiosaur that was on the pier,
Yeah.
when they were leaving the island, and it got fucking lavid.
this is the new
Lav it
film.
up.
Yeah.
It's the new film, but people were saying trying to add more steam, more fuel to the fire by saying, "Oh, that's the original brachiosaur
doubtful.
from the
don't
first
believe
one
it. I
that
don't
Sam
believe it.
Neill
I don't
was
believe it.
shot."
But as
I
I
said,
said,
"No."
I could have burst out laughing in the cinema during that scene. I wish I could have. Like,
Well, what was the tension like?
everybody, but not one person in that cinema was making a noise. So everybody in their own mind was like, "Don't cry,
Yeah.
don't cry. It's a fucking,
No, it's a
CG,
computer
it's a
generated
CG
image."
dinosaur." It's not real. But you know, nobody. Even there was a couple of dudes, couple of seats down from us. You know, young fellas. A bit of a laugh at the start of the movie. Somebody made a comment. Who said that? Or something. You know, stupid shit. But see at that scene, everybody, holding in tears. But
Well, I went to see it twice
Standing
that day.
moment,
So the second screening, right after it, in the same fucking seats, basically, same thing happened.
found the same
Everyone,
tears?
Same thing.
Man, it was just silence. It was just weird. Just like,
that's what we waiting for.
yeah, I knew. See, the worst thing was, even though I knew it was coming, it was just like, oh fuck, here we go again. Like, be strong, you know. It's just like it was tough, but I was looking away a wee bit. Just
You've
like,
seen
no.
this once. You've
Yeah.
raised yourself up. No, it's still.
No,
Connor, you're gonna miss this. You're gonna miss this. No.
Oh man, stop. No,
soon.
one of the lads from work came with us for the second show in there. And during even the opening scene where the guy's hanging off, start that fucking opening scene for Fallen Kingdom second Jurassic World. Holy fuck.
But every movie, every Jurassic Park movie, I think I always like the way they open it because it starts
Strong
off. You
opening,
think it's gonna be all fine. And something fucking horrible happens.
Yeah.
And then
It's like the
Jurassic Park, bitch.
it's like the
you
start
know?
of Casualty, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, they're out fucking paragliding. And you go, "Oh, lovely
So
day."
they
Like,
always,
you
I
know.
always like that about each one. That they always started off right. We need to fucking get the hooks sunk into people, you know.
I didn't like the kind of like, so we watched it during long Jurassic Park 3's opening. It was like Eyes of the
Was that
Sorna.
the-
Restricted.
Yeah, restricted.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Cringy,
Yeah.
but
you know what I mean, like,
when they pass through
We
that
knew
fog and you see that boat fucked up, that's cool as fuck. You know what I mean?
No.
At least I thought. And I think that's the saving grace of that. Is like, all right, they're gone. And it's like, when you're looking at it, it's like, yeah, that we expecting that to happen. Did that just happen? Oh, it's still good as fuck. You know, we got
Restricted.
one got them.
Well, what was the main idea as well?
We're gonna crash.
let go of the rope! Let go of the rope!
The third one had a lot of problems in production. Everything they started production even before the script was finished.
That's
like,
nothing. That's like my last WCW Nitro.
isn't it? Levels of
Shit right
shit.
there, like.
Yeah.
Boys,
But
do you just have a script for that? No.
But the
Alan.
They changed so many ideas, but they wanted more of a mystery vibe. All these deaths start happening in coastal areas and all, and then eventually they work out that it's things leaving the island and killing local animals and all off. So that's why there's wee bits at the start where it's like, who did it? Yeah. That kind of, without obviously.
Clearly a dinosaur. We're watching Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I know.
Put it down, there was the one in the flying, the pterodactyls or something. Whatever,
Yeah,
they put
something
it down
like that,
with the flying dinosaurs in it that killed them ones on the boat.
Yeah.
Fuckers.
But
So that's what happened.
that's what happened.
That's what they say happened.
Apparently, to cover up.
What else you reckon? T-Rex swam and
back.
And back and to the left. Where I didn't being seen.
Flat out on that cocaine.
Do you want some cocaine?
I thought you were saying. I could have sworn that's still in the film somewhere. But
Yeah, that's like-
I'm not gonna.
We were watching that latest film, that Jurassic Park film. Throughout the entire thing, there's a vein, isn't there a vein in the video one of like there's a hand puppet of a T-Rex, and whoever's doing the video makes it snort cocaine and go nuts and start screaming. So that the entire movie, all I could hear was, "Do you want some fucking cocaine?" And then that scream. But yeah,
No, not endorsed by the film at all.
not endorsed by a film at all. You know, I want a snorter. You know what I mean? Snorter Rex.
But how easy it is for a film like that there that you can actually pull out like a random vein. There's probably someone that doesn't sit there and want to do a fucking Jurassic Park podcast on it or something, but wants to take the piss.
If nobody's ever saw it,
Yeah.
just YouTube Jurassic Park cocaine, and you should find it. You know, I didn't make it. I don't endorse.
You might come across Sam Neill, Jeff Goldblum, and Laura Dern all just sitting around fucking snorting head off camera, of course. Like, you know.
But there's only so many franchises like out there, like maybe Harry Potter and a few others that so many people are aware of it or have seen different films or like know the logo a mile off. Or it's one of those things that so many people know about it. You can just say the word and
tune,
someone
yeah.
sings it.
There's a script waiting to happen.
Wow.
Harry Potter goes to Jurassic Park.
Jesus, man.
Who here?
Fuck shit up.
You
with that
saw
wall.
the Arnold Schwarzenegger picture of
Him
him.
on the broom and everything, fighting fucking.
T-Rex, man.
No, that flying.
T-Rex won't be able to grab with the wee arms. He'd be casting the snitch.
Who could you put in the Jurassic Park film to like either fuck it up or just to be funny as fuck? Like, could you put like
That only Schwarzenegger thing is.
Jay
wanna
and
see
Silent
that. I
Bob
wanna
through
see
Jurassic
that.
Park or something? Follow that film.
Mr. Bean in Jurassic Park.
Kevin
Mr.
Smith, get right in it.
You just combine. Let's just combine stuff. Throw Mr. Bean in a Jurassic Park film. See how would he cope in the Jurassic World and stuff. Mr.
Flipping
Bean
him
is
off
one.
and all.
Yeah. Fucking flipping them off, man.
But who could,
You know, he end up fucking befriended. No.
but yeah, who could survive it then?
Friends that don't be T-Rex that's on the island. You know, the one that got hit in the head too many times.
You couldn't put like Kevin Hart, Jurassic Park, trying to fucking survive everything. Like
Kevin Hart.
The Rock and Kevin Hart
in Jurassic Park.
in Jurassic Park.
I was like,
I'll watch the fuck out of that.
Yeah.
man, yeah. We just combine anything. Like,
You have
man,
to have
Marty
them trying
McFly
to
coming
get-
back from the future and ends up in Jurassic Park in the T-Rex paddock.
Who's Marty
McFly.
That was heavy.
That was heavy, man. Zombies. I think we call it zombie dinosaurs. I think we talked about that not so long ago. A zombie dinosaurs on an island or something, and you're trying to escape the zombie dinosaurs. Yeah, zombie virus with dinosaurs in it.
But man, why?
But how crazy could you go with a Jurassic Park theme? Like at the
They're already
minute,
eating people. Though.
Jurassic Park in space. In
Yeah.
space.
You can just make a load of fucking mad dinosaurs up.
That's it. That's where it's got point one, man. Yeah, it's exactly.
Oh no, that's the fucking that hybrid story altogether. They're actually far more evolutionized dinosaurs. They're fully fucking humanoid and all. They're going well. we eat vegetables now. We aren't like you fucking
They're vegans.
humans. You meat eaters.
Vegan dinosaurs.
Vegan fucking dinosaurs. And
Shoot! Huh? No offense. to
I'm
the
sure
vegans
there's
out there.
someone that's actually knows a lot about
Yo,
dinosaurs.
somebody
just go
make
on
it happen.
Yeah.
Fucking vegetarian dinosaurs from outer space.
Isn't that Theodore Rex?
What?
Is that basically not Theodore Rex with Whoopi Goldberg?
Is there a movie like this?
There's the
Yeah,
movie
okay,
with the
yeah.
dinosaur that comes back and it's a police officer and all, and it's teamed up with Whoopi Goldberg. Have you not seen this film?
serious?
I'm serious.
Conor
Yeah,
mentions this film quite a bit. Like, you think?
yeah,
And he's a vegetarian.
yeah. He's eating
Is he?
cookies and all this stuff. Yeah, he just eats cookies and shit.
Vegans eat cookies.
Yeah,
As long as it's not made with milk and stuff and
eating cookies.
Bolgan.
Right, I have never heard of this. What's it called again?
Theodore Rex.
In Jurassic Park.
It looks like. Do you remember the dinosaur sitcom? They're all wearing the costume.
Yeah,
It looks
yeah.
like they've borrowed the costume from that TV show.
Oh man.
Or it looks like they casted the dinosaur from the dinosaur. You mean it looks like that sort of stuff? It doesn't look like a proper dinosaur. Like.
Whoopi Goldberg makes it.
What the Goldberg?
No, it's fucking horrendously shite.
Nothing like Jurassic Park.
No, but there you go. Anytime you see a film that has a dinosaur in it, it looks nothing like
Barney.
anything that fucking Jurassic Park do about Barney.
Barney is not what is it? I can't say that word.
Inanimate object.
A big
Anatomically
T-Rex
correct.
just
Yeah,
painted
he's not.
purple. Painted purple.
Purple dinosaur.
Was it a green belly or something?
Yeah.
Big green belly and
Just
stuff.
have them all fucking. Yeah, it's safe. Go on in, kids.
T-Rex, like.
Sure about this?
What, spray painted?
And then the music happens.
Yeah.
Bunny is a dinosaur.
Fucking carnivore right there, like. Never seen a goat around him neither.
No, no goats.
No goats.
I read Barney.
But
No,
that's what I was going to mention there about the future films. That's obviously where they're going with the strains and the DNA is out there. That's what people were saying. You now see the Apple presents the iRex and stuff. You know, Samsung has their own Velociraptor. No, it's like that because you've seen already Jurassic World, the product placement and stuff. But you can imagine that now. Not obviously Apple and Samsung's not being included in the script, but you can imagine that different companies getting this DNA now. And doing whatever they want. So no, you want to come to our park? We've got the bigger dinosaur. Vince McMahon, man, I'm telling you, we got the bigger one. Bigger. Yeah, man. Is that the version you think, rather than them turning and fucking making soldiers out of them? I say you had the soldier ones in the military, and then you also have them. It's like the way technology would work now, man. The technology we have on our phones now is start off with the military. Yeah. The dinosaurs being we're going to do these things with these dinosaurs, universal dinosaurs, man. Fucking Goldberg and that one. How about that? Goldberg taking on the fucking... Goldberg was in Universal Soldier.
Starship dinosaurs.
Starship dinosaurs.
Right, you just want them to make them on Earth, then send them to space.
Why?
Go out there.
There's Nazis on the moon.
Send them out.
Dinosaurs join the Nazis on the moon.
Yeah. Make it happen.
Iron Sky with dinosaurs.
There was a movie there about fucking Hitler in Antarctica, and he had a load of fucking dinosaur hybrids. I think he comes along riding the fucking T-Rex.
Is that Kung Fury or something?
No, this is a.
I think it was like Dead Snow or something.
Like an alternate fucking timeline where like
clearly
Hitler has
it's not biopic.
Re-engineer or I don't know, man. He comes along in the middle of Antarctica riding a big dinosaur. You know,
my Fuhrer.
There you go.
Have you ever seen Tommy and the T-Rex?
Tommy and the T-Rex, no.
It is fucking brilliant. It is so bad.
Well, these films out around the same time, but they come out after Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
So it was just.
But that's the thing. You see these kind of films come up, even like King Kong with fucking the Peter Jackson one. You look at some of the dinosaurs and all that, and they just look ridiculous compared to.
I actually don't mind the
Godzilla.
King Kong. I because it's like dinosaurs, or there are different dinosaurs on this island for years. I don't really know the full backstory and mythology of King Kong, but it's like they're stuck in Skull Island with King Kong and stuff. So I think they get away with the dinosaur maybe evolving a wee bit different looking, but again, they're no match up to the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park. Like, but again, what does a dinosaur look like? You know what I mean?
No, I wasn't going to that. I was just saying that the effects and everything are just dire.
What to think now? They all
remake
have feathers.
Remake Jurassic Park, correct?
Yeah, with
the
feathers never hang.
Turkeys, man.
Like ostrich, boy.
I don't know. I think that would just be more the reactions.
A big fucking bony looking bird thing with a beak, but there's big fucking teeth.
But the reaction shots in the scenes would be like. More than
fuck is that?
Yeah.
Or do what like your boy Jack Horner, the archaeologist who worked with the Jurassic Park films. He's doing with the chicken. He wants to reverse engineer the chicken and stuff. He wants to turn wee switches on the way.
Yeah, you brought that TED talk to us before.
Yeah, great stuff. He talks about obviously chickens are the closest thing. Chicken now that people know birds are closer to dinosaurs than reptiles are.
Yeah,
and stuff. So saying chickens, there's these switches in their genes and their DNA, whatever, that they can turn back on. He says even humans have it. Humans are in the womb have tails from when we needed them, but when you get to a certain stage, the genes turned off. You no longer. That's why some humans are born with tails because they need to get rid of them and stuff. Just that gene wasn't turned off. But he said there's chickens where they've actually found to turn on the switches.
Push to close.
Metaphorically speaking, you know what I mean? But flip the switch and they've been able to give them a snout instead of a beak. Been able to give them teeth and stuff, but they never took them past the embryo stage.
They were just standing around. They were just standing around, man. Right here.
Oh.
Don't want to see something fucked up.
This is size of big.
It's in the cupboard. It's in the wardrobe. Don't
see that chicken.
It's in his freezer.
Looks normal. Do you want me to flick this switch? We'll see what the fuck happened.
He doesn't have a switch on like a toy.
I know. Do you want to see something fucked up?
Turn him off. But it's just that idea. And he goes, there's wee switches, and he's trying to find the switches for the tail and the wings to turn back into arms. But that's what I was saying. Like do Jurassic Park, but with a chicken. Imagine a 40-foot chicken as we know it now.
Big bird.
When it coming, imagine him coming at the end, man.
Sesame Street.
Dinosaurs on Coronation
Big
Street.
bird in Coronation Street. Make it happen.
That's the next
I'll
Jurassic
watch the
Park.
fuck out of that.
Jurassic Park goes worldwide and ends up
Yeah.
in Manchester, man. On the corner
Well,
of
this is the
street.
thing. Is it not getting that?
Gail
like-
Pat gets
The,
taken off.
the garbage one is in the fucking bin outside the Queen Vic.
Man, now we're on to
It's
something.
standards.
Now we're on to something. Phil Mitchell. Throw me Phil Mitchell on the Isla Nublar.
What you going to say? On to Sesame Street.
With the Mitchell brothers.
Mitchell brothers and Billy.
Yeah, I'm Billy.
Throw them on an island.
And Babs.
And they'll
Babs on the top of the T-Rex, no bother.
carry on Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. No, but we're going off in one now. We're throwing
Just see the drum beat with the ripples. It will work. Yeah.
we went between each film.
But that idea of world, is that not what they're hinting at with the second one? That now they're trying to like.
As I said, go worldwide. There's the end of the film. They're
Titus.
end of the film. They're in Las Vegas or something. Yeah, Titus. Fantastic.
It's worldwide.
But then send them worldwide because that's again. I don't know how far those dinosaurs can fly. Again, let's face it. T-Rex can only get so far until it gets to the water. So it's the flying dinosaurs that can only really get to other bits of land, maybe.
But the ones
Unless
that were
somebody
sold-
fucking ships
but-
a T-Rex.
You know what I say?
The ones were
Do it
sold
like
off as well.
do it
Exactly,
like them
yeah.
fucking the Planet of the Apes films did there. And have everything overrun and shit. Do it up with dinosaurs.
Yeah.
That's
There's
pretty-
a film. There's a mashup.
that'll be class.
Planet of the Planet of the dinosaurs. I don't
Planet
know.
of the Rex. See what I mean? Planet Rex.
Planet Rex.
Make it happen, somebody. Planet Rex.
Anybody out there?
Yeah, work away. Yeah.
Who's writing the
have a
ad? The next
couple
fella.
million.
Make it all fucked up and like
Fuck that.
post-apocalyptic fucking dinosaurs have fucked everything up. You know, Mad Max.
Mad
shit.
Max
Oh,
from
Mad
Jurassic
Max
Park.
with dinosaurs, man.
We're just giving them endless ideas here for Jurassic. Imagine man, 3 years time we've seen Mad Max.
We see us.
Mad
Fuck
Max goes
this.
to Jurassic Park.
Mad Max, man.
Fury
And John,
Park.
you'd be sitting there, rage. You'd be the first person to go, for fuck's
Remember I said that?
Fury Park. Sold.
What?
Fury Park.
Fury Park. Fury Park.
There you go. Fury
Fury
Park.
Park, man. What, he comes across the old Jurassic Park wasteland?
Yeah,
Like,
with,
in the wasteland, he comes
with
across
the
old-
car still going around the track.
Makes a fucking skull out of a T-Rex, or makes a truck out of a T-Rex's skull or something.
Jesus, man.
Don't make Mad Max. Not the first one, it's not as mad.
I want to see this.
Come on, mix Biker Mike from Mars
Mad
in
Max
this for
one
the
is
crack.
as mad.
Biker Mike's from Mars as well in
Oh,
this
man.
for the crack.
We're going off in here, but
Love the Biker Mice from Mars.
Biker Racks from Mars.
Done.
Brilliant.
Biker Racks from Mars.
On
Are the
motorcycles.
Mitchell, are the Mitchell brothers still in this?
All on motorcycles though.
I said, well, you need to give the T-Rexes bigger arms for the motorcycles.
It's
You know what I
actually-
mean? They're not- you know what I mean?
Does it look like Phil?
Phil Mitchell
Is it
and
like gene splicing?
Phil Mitchell and,
the wee
Grant
coat
Mitchell
on.
don't have the short arms in these
What
films.
have you
They're the
brought up?
humans in the films.
I thought,
I'm not having them doing an Andy Circus here.
I thought we were gene splicing with humans. You just see these wee like bald T-Rexes walking around.
But some of those concept,
Yeah.
they were bold. So
There's some Photoshop work for us.
And every fight, boy,
I'll watch that.
Every fight, the two brothers just
Yeah.
go, "Get him, Billy." You know what I mean?
Just saying the one right.
Every fight, get him.
oh, Billy.
See, do you reckon that is the ideal? I've heard a lot of people mention
people,
that. No,
people who are tuning into movie podcast, a podcast about Jurassic Park. We're talking about the Mitchell brothers, man. Show this clip, man. See when you're putting this up on Instagram to share a clip. Just talk about the Mitchells.
Get him, Billy.
that water cup thing that has to be done. That's going to
That's
be
a
a bit
wee.
of
That's a
homework.
wee mashup for you there, Connor.
Yeah,
the,
I can do that shit, not a bother. So yeah, so if anyone reflecting back after seeing the videos, hopefully I've done it. I'm gonna have to now since I fucking said it.
3 months later.
3 months later, yeah, I'll fucking get round at some point. I've fucking wedding video to edit too.
Was there anything you wanted to bring up anyway about the films that we did?
There was something about the new one, but the clone girl. Spoiler alert.
Man, for right, I actually made a good note about that even last night and all as well, just to go over a few more things for this.
I know we all had notes, but the notes have kind of gone to shit. So
That's
we've
all right.
been winging it and started.
Man, they've drifted off somewhere there.
For anyone who doesn't know, right now we're
Phil
going through a
Mitchell
fucking
and fucking in space.
Go get him, Billy.
Fight Mad Max.
we're going through a fucking heat wave here at the minute as well, so concentration levels are off as well. Like,
It's
but
hot as fucking.
We're
Yeah,
sitting
it's
here bollock naked,
no,
Dripping.
sitting on leather chairs.
Soaking.
no, but for it's five films in, and you're talking about a world where people have accepted they're going paying money to go see this island of cloned things. At the same time, the Jurassic Park was being made. The only thing that was cloned in real life was that Dolly the sheep. So it's not going to be like and a
Welcome.
sheep. Yeah, sheep bark. You know what I mean?
To the
no
farm.
one's going to pay to see that shit, right? So we've all accepted that.
No, that's so Emmerdale Farm. That's closer to Emmerdale Farm over crossing slopes over a fucking sheep.
Meh.
Fucking Mandy
But,
Daniel and all.
Just don't have any of the Welsh there.
It's just no one's gone too far in 5 films to address the whole thing by cloning people. And that everyone accepts the whole thing about clone dinosaurs. But even people reviewing the film, once that thing about cloning people comes up, they go, oh, fuck up.
I know, you can't find that ridiculous if you
Yeah.
can believe that they were
This
cloning
crossed that
dinosaurs
line.
from millions of years ago.
But I'm also thinking as well, is, so you're telling me this, that the guys in Jurassic Park that were working all this out from the beginning, worked out how to sort out a dinosaur and all before they worked out how to sort out a human. They skipped that. Fuck that.
I know.
Fuck people. It's
Dinosaurs.
like T-Rex on the go.
Yeah.
They skipped all that.
Or
to
like,
get this. It
like
doesn't make any sense.
pets.
Like, yeah.
There's bound to be more money. Like I'd say, to go back
Or like a
to
pygmy
the
version.
for Jurassic Park going.
Even in real life, they're not fucking turn around and say they can actually clone people years ago.
But that's the thing. But if they have this technology, how are they planning to make money? They have this big island, which is going to cost a lot of money because the joke about it in the first one, oh, we'll have coupon day or
Yeah.
something. You know what I mean? The joke about that, they're making more. They make more. I think it was in the 6th day, Arnold Schwarzenegger film, where they have this clone technology, but they're cloning.
Biblical on the side.
Yes,
On the
on the
6th
sixth
day.
6th day, Arnold Schwarzenegger was born. You know what I mean? But in that film, they're talking about cloning your pets and your animals,
Yeah.
and that's where your money would be. Again, you're talking about ethical sort of reason and your morality sort of issues with that sort of thing, I suppose. But the guys who create these dinosaurs, I mean, I'll put them on an island that's going to cost. Let's face it, like it costs $2,000 to go to Orlando, Florida. You know what I mean? And then the theme park tickets and all, you're spending money. How much is it going to cost to fucking out to buy fucking South America, flying on a big private jet? Has to be a private jet. You're not going to get an Aer Lingus
3
flying out
words.
there or EasyJet crammed onto a flight for fucking 42 hours, man.
3 words. Spare no expense.
But how much do you think he was going to charge? Do you think it's going to be Disneyland prices?
And how high was the insurance in that place?
Who was insuring them?
The electricity bill.
So let me get this straight.
We meter
You
them.
want to build this park with these
Axel,
dinosaurs, live dinosaurs, and millions of people.
A man,
Visit this place every year.
and there are no claims bonuses through the roof right now.
Sold.
Five films later, and they're not nobody. Axe is like, get the fuck out of my
Have
face.
you heard a theory about the park that might actually it might answer that? Apparently, the theory for the first one was that they weren't actually dinosaurs; they were animatronics, and they brought them in to see if they
Well,
could
like
fool
what-
the
like
experts.
Westworld style?
Yeah, to see if they could fool the experts.
Pretty sure I've seen robots eat things.
Yeah,
What's the theory? Is that like a theory? Like,
it doesn't work
It's
when you
an-
see all
yeah.
the blood and all.
Yeah.
Like, but I mean,
what's the alternative
you
theory?
don't-
But
yeah.
again,
What you don't see is the fucking the back end of the
do.
T-Rex opening up.
Yeah.
Garbage disposal.
Jim Carrey pops out the arse.
yeah.
It's actually
But that's the way this kind of going scientific on it. Like, but what you see in Jurassic Park aren't dinosaurs, man.
Yeah.
They're scientific creations. You know, they're monsters. They're Frankenstein's monsters, man. As was it Henry says in the films, going, if they were anatomically correct, they wouldn't look anything like that, man.
But it's good
I
that
don't know why.
Oh, well, that's
It's
a
good
good
they
way.
added that in the
That's a
film,
good
though.
way they would be doing it, right?
Yeah.
They can. They
They're
would
creating
have
monsters,
feathers and
you
all.
know.
Actually, see, getting back to that feather thing that you were on about the
Yeah.
chickens, right? You're saying that there's these switches, right? They can be flicked on and off to like change what the chicken looks like and all, and give it like spiked teeth and shit, right? But chickens actually, there's a thing called like. Well, I don't actually know the name of it, man.
Go
there's,
for it.
there's chickens that there's these wee sunglasses that are made for them, and the sunglasses are red, right? I know.
I could have predicted that now. I could have predicted that. Where's this conversation going to go about chickens, right? Could be anything here. Man, have these wee sunglasses.
Man, I'm telling you, these are real, right? It's an American Pickers now. But yeah, these wee sunglasses look class. They look like something your man Leon would play out of that movie, which is fucking brilliant. But they go over the beak.
Leon.
French dude.
Yeah.
I know, yeah.
Where are we going?
Right.
Is he the chicken?
No, he looks like the chickens with the glasses.
The
look
sunglasses, they remind me of him, right? Because the cover on the DVD
Yeah.
cover,
Yeah.
his sunglasses are red, right?
Right.
So it always reminds me of that, you know, him with the wee fucking peg going behind the door and shit, right?
Like Natalie Portman beside
Man,
him.
see that film, Leon.
Yeah,
Go check it out.
Gary Oldman's in it, isn't he?
Old man rules it for.
Get me everyone. There's them. These sunglasses for the chickens go over their beaks like that, and they just move about as if they're only hanging from like a wee.
They're like
you know,
Morpheus
you know,
glasses.
thing.
Hanging
But
from the cliff.
apparently, why they were made is because if a chicken sees another chicken bleeding,
They'll
they
peck it
will
to
go
death.
and peck
Yes.
it to death,
Yes.
trying to eat the fucking thing. So with
what
the
we're saying,
sunglasses,
take this
everything's
dinosaurs.
red. It kind of nullifies it or something that makes them kind of all chilled out, you know.
Didn't they do that with one of the scenes where Chris Pratt's looking over the video footage of them being younger, so he's acting hurt and stuff, and one of the raptors goes for him, and then when he acts hurt to Blue goes over to look, see if he's all right.
Yeah.
What's cracked, boy?
Is me all right?
You're right,
Blue,
man.
you're my boy.
That's exact transcript from the fucking film. But it's weird. it works if we're bringing into that, like, but
So how checking sunglasses are related to dinosaurs, I think, you know what I mean? Something's there.
And
Something's
the
in
guy-
them.
and
Something's
the
in them.
guy from Leon.
If
don't
they
know,
could be
the
eating
Cantonese
us,
there somewhere.
they would. So
I'll
don't
check-
feel
yeah.
bad when you're getting the KFC.
I'm never going to look at a chicken the same way again.
And that's what you mentioned. I think you mentioned that to me before about chickens.
Dinosaur wings.
We eat their own dinosaurs. Carnivore dinosaurs would T-Rex would take on T-Rex and probably start eating it. Again, we
Yeah.
don't know. There's probably maybe more research out there about that, but it's more my just thinking of hypothetically again because it is all hypothetical. Like I mean, nobody knows what like a T-Rex could have been tiny. Like.
Which one would you
Yeah,
eat?
it could be a wee fucking mini
And
thing.
then that thing that they found is something completely else. Like how no, they're not
Yeah.
named
Yeah.
Tyrannosaurus Rex. Like that's the thing. These things didn't have names. These were named by humans.
Paul.
That's not a leg bone, mate. That's not a leg
Nigel,
bone, mate. That's a rock.
man, that's Margaret.
That's a big stone, mate. It's been eroded by the fucking water. That's not an eye socket.
And it's just that thing that you think you're seeing a face in it.
That's
It's
a
not
stone,
actually
mate.
face.
That's
you
a
think-
stone,
You
mate.
see Jesus' face in his T-Rex skull. You're like,
It's a
man,
big
that's-
rock.
Man, that's older than the T-Rex.
Just a
or
boulder.
older than Jesus.
It's just a big rock.
Did you catch some of the wee traits to the older films in
Stone.
Fallen Kingdom? Did you catch some of the wee
I'm just thinking of Passion of
reflected
Christ
scenes?
with dinosaurs, isn't there? There's another cross film for T-Rex.
What, a Jesus crucifixion?
Man, this is some cast. How are we going to rate
Jesus.
this to, right?
Yeah.
We've got Mad Max.
Yeah.
We've got, who's out there now?
With the Mitchell brothers as well.
Jesus, well, I have Passion of the Christ with Passion of the Dinosaurs or something.
We'll say Mel
Passion of the
Gibson.
T-Rex.
No.
Passion of the Dilophosaurus.
The Mitchell brothers.
Yeah, the Mitchell brothers.
You've Whoopi Goldberg.
Billy.
Dinosaurs from space and dinosaurs from Earth going to space.
The Muppets. We'll throw the Muppets in there since they're in space. In space.
Muppets versus Jurassic Park.
Kermit the Frog.
Giant Kermit. More teeth.
More
This
More
fucking
teeth,
Giant
damn
Kermit
it.
comes out. No, I don't think I watched that one, to be honest.
To cut you short.
just gonna.
I'm out.
Nah, I'm not.
I'm not entertaining that.
Pure Duncan
I'll wait till it comes
Bannatyne
out on
there, man.
DVD, maybe.
I'll give this one a miss.
When it's
by
down to like £3 in Tesco.
when it's on Netflix.
Yeah. When
Or-
there's nothing else to watch.
Pot lager. Not endorsing pot lager. Red Egg or two, not endorsed pot lager.
Was there any fucking particular
I was thinking,
scenes out of what was it?
I was sitting next to thinking, going, did you actually remember the time I was actually watching the first films at all? No. 'Cause I can't remember. I can't actually remember when I've seen the first film.
No.
But I was probably young. I was probably young when I first
I
seen
saw it in the
first
cinema
out.
when I was younger.
So I don't think I was in
I
the
remember
cinema.
that.
I would have been 3.
I was about
No,
4
I didn't
or
see
so.
it
I
in the
don't think I was in the cinema.
I did. It was man scared the fuck out of me. It was
I
as a
don't remember the
child.
first time I saw it, but I remember I was very young and it was a movie that I repeatedly watched, you know,
Yeah.
when I did that, you know.
It was epic. Like, I remember I never forget. Like going, anytime it was on TV, even if it's on TV now, you might have just watched it the night before on DVD.
Yeah, you gotta watch a
It's
couple of
on-
scenes.
It's on new TV here.
Yeah.
Check it out, like, you mean?
And now on the UTV, we've got Jurassic Park.
More dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs run like fuck
Now, that's a film. Dinosaurs in Belfast.
in Belfast.
Hey, do your knees in. we
Listen,
go.
mate, you wee fucking dino cunt.
Man,
No
I watched that.
I
surrender.
think Belfast would win, like, you know what I mean?
Oh, for life. For life. What flag do you have in Jurassic?
Jurassic
One
flag.
with a wee
Jurassic flag.
Jurassic flag. Holy shit.
Man, I'll watch that over the Muppet film 100%. Not a bother.
we'll
But
greenlight
get
that
Liam
one,
Neeson and all that.
Liam Neeson, yeah. Cillian Murphy. Brendan Gleeson. Any Irish folk. Frank Mitchell.
Ryan McParland.
Ryan McParland.
Little finger.
Littlefinger, get them all in.
Finger.
No, it's just ridiculous that you actually can't spoof this film, this whole franchise, and I know they've done underwater shit and all, but would you watch a whole film of just underwater shit going on? Like, I don't think I can handle
Well,
that.
like a song, like I would love to see different. I love to see dinosaurs in more films. Like,
Yeah.
why does Jurassic Park have like dinosaurs are all a monopoly on the dinosaur? I love to see like
'Cause it's done so well,
Like,
to be fair.
but these films that were coming out were probably do sound like straight to DVD sort of films. Like like you just said something like a underwater. Imagine a submarine, like U-571. You remember that when it was all just
Yeah.
stuck on a submarine during the war? Imagine they were like, what the fuck's that out there? What? You mean like the radar going off and it's a fucking dinosaur and they have to try and...
Well, like,
I want to see dinosaurs in more films. Dinosaurs in a romantic comedy. Why not, like? So,
How many like shark kind of films that come out? They can't even get sharks looking right. Most other films.
the
can't
new
get
one.
it
You
right.
see the new one coming out?
The Meg.
The Meg. Shut up.
The
Whatever.
Meg.
The Meg.
But it looks like it's alright. Jason Statham,
John's
based on a
face
book,
was
like, it
worth
looks
it
like
for
this buzz, based on a Magadaloon. What's that?
Megalodon.
Megalodon.
It rises.
Rises.
It looks epic, but we should do more films like that. It's like zombies. How many zombie things?
Zombie.
Zombie.
I think out on the water, one actually has a
Mosasaur.
potential. Like, see if you were not a full length fucking movie, but see if you were to make a load of like short films, if so to speak, right? With different wee things like that, right? It's just a dude. The whole movie takes place with a dude who's in a wee fucking
On a wee fishing boat.
underwater aqua fucking part of the island or something, and he's stuck there, and then like he can be watching all the big fucking dinosaurs that are stuck in this place bump in, and then it starts cracking and everything. Right, what's he gonna do? You know what I mean? We short things. I think you could do stuff like that. Like.
Can you not change some films that already happened? But no, the way they're always like they'll redo a film like all women in it. Why not just change it and be like dinosaurs? So Free Willy, but the big mosasaur jumping over and all,
Yeah, but-
or like. I don't know, some other films have
Marley-
dogs, not a
Marley and-
T-Rex.
Marley
yeah,
and Me.
But a T-Rex.
Raxy and me.
Yeah. Could you not change some things and get there around of just for the crack? Like?
Yeah, man. Like that's what I was saying. Like that's what when John, you were talking about. I thought the Abyss, another James Cameron film. Right. Imagine
Yeah.
went down, Ed Harris got down the bottom, and there's just a little fucking dinosaur sitting there. But yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're breathing. Like, load of wee snorkels on them.
Alan!
Do you remember that film?
And they all start saying, Alan.
Do you remember Fly Away Home?
Yeah,
Film with the
yeah.
geese, but it's the wee pterosaurs.
Pterodactyls,
Yeah.
yeah, man. Yeah, Jeff Daniels, man.
Get Jeff Daniels again for the crack.
Dumb and Dumber went instead of the dog van. Like, we.
Like T-Rex.
Just that cocaine one.
Don't know what other films you could put them in, but yeah, there's more
Definitely,
dinosaurs and
we
more
need to get
films.
Mr. T to play the T-Rex.
The A-Team
Mr.
with the
T-Rex.
dinosaurs.
You know what I mean? Gold chain.
What does Steven Cold chains on.
Mr. T-Rex. Who
Yeah.
said that? Was it
I don't
Mr.
know.
T-Rex?
That man, that film took 2 seconds to fucking make. I'm sure someone's tried it.
Wait, there's no excuse. They have a lot of potential there for those ideas. They could take them. I mean, they could wing a
If you
a
can
couple
make
of
them
pound
work,
our ways.
if you can make them work, you know what I mean?
Post
I don't know what the Mitchell brothers are up to.
I want paid.
Their schedule's flat out. Like, they're constantly filming standards every week. Like,
No.
so I don't know how.
What more ideas, I guess, just, you know what I mean?
Danny Dyer could be thrown in there as well. Maybe. Possibly.
Danny Dyer's like
In it.
Muldoon.
In it. They're out there, in it.
Just him going around with like a fucking bunk bed slab.
Dominoes.
Vinnie Jones.
Vinnie Jones in fucking Jurassic Park.
Samuel L. Jackson. I've had it with these motherfucking dinosaurs.
Expendables.
Do you know who I am?
Crossover. Yeah.
I'm a dinosaur, bitch!
Could you not do crossovers like Rambo or the Expendables or something?
Man, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Schwarzenegger, Stallone, Bruce Willis.
They're actually the army boys that show up. It's a fucking
Yeah.
The
Expendables.
Expendables. The
Dinosaurs just
The
turn
military. the army didn't want anything to do with this, but.
It's a cartoon run. No, just runs on the spot now.
There you go. Predator. Predator lands on Isla Nublar.
On Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
There's go. What's this?
Imagine
That's brilliant.
Jurassic Park.
That's
Oh, yeah.
it. That's all
Predator
you
taking
need
on
for a
the
trailer,
T-Rex.
right?
What's this?
The Predators are on board on the zoom in. What's that there on Earth? Jurassic Park.
Firefly, yeah.
That's it. What's this? You know.
Imagine that one.
We're
Take
going
on
there.
the
That'd be
Predator
brilliant. They
taking
would
on
just
the
arrive and
Velociraptor.
start fucking killing everything. Trophies. Way! You see the baby dinosaur. The skull.
Shutup.
What the fuck is that?
Jesus Christ.
I
Just
don't know
like,
what the fuck that is like.
I don't know. But there's a few films here we could definitely pitch.
Man, these are all versus movies.
Yeah.
Alien versus Jurassic Park. Do you know what I mean?
Jason versus Jurassic Park.
Terminator versus Jurassic
Yeah.
Park.
You'd watch them all.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking the collection.
Jurassic Park.
The Red Acre Vault collection.
Okay.
Everything's versus Jurassic Park.
Fuck, that's just it. Like, who wouldn't work?
Who, like, actor-wise, who would work on it? Nicolas Cage. He's not.
Oh, God.
He would sign up for no bar.
He'd be a dinosaur, though.
Owen Wilson.
Wilson.
Whoa.
Not happening.
Tommy was so. He might be free.
Fucking
Oh,
hell.
hiya, Rex.
Tommy Wiseau versus
Chip,
Jurassic
chip, chip,
Park.
chip in the background.
Oh, hi Rex, I didn't see
I did not
Yeah.
shoot her. It is bullshit.
Oh, fuck
Did
it.
not.
I didn't.
No,
Tommy.
actually watched it, but I'm gonna have to watch it one day.
You went, don't worry, you'll fucking enjoy it.
The room, man.
Alone, like, you should ever doing something for Red Acre or something with it, like, because I'm not sitting there by myself going, no.
The room. The room. We've talked about this before. Like, is off
And the
topic
sequel,
to
and
Jurassic
then
Park a bit,
that one
but
that was
we
made
did
about
mention
it.
that, didn't we? Cover the original and then cover
Yeah.
the Disaster Artist. Both great films.
Yeah.
There was one that was made about him, wasn't there?
Yeah, Disaster Artist,
Is
but
that the
the
one that's
making
made
of it.
about
Yeah.
Then what's the sequel, or, like, it was made out to be a sequel to that fucking The Room. There's one that he actually did, and he's in it again,
Jurassic Park.
and it's about
Is this the one with him
Popping
and
bodies
yeah.
up or doing something with bodies? I think that it's the same boy. He meets you.
Johnny has cracked up. No, Johnny's dead.
Is it Mark? No.
Johnny died at the end of
Oh,
this.
no, he lives, man.
Man, I'm sorry for spoiling it, but he does die.
Yeah, he
like.
does die.
I know, but he lives.
John's like, Mom,
There's a sequel. I'm telling you.
spoiler alert,
And Tommy
disclaimer.
Wiseau's done it. So he's like, I did not die. I did not.
I did not. Zombie Tommy Wiseau running around somewhere. Well, he looks like a zombie anyways, fuck's sake. But anyways, back to Jurassic Park. Like.
Tommy Wiseau versus.
Oh, hiya.
Jurassic Park.
I think it goes without saying that if you went to try and run through like a favourites list, I'd almost say that guaranteed the first one is
Third one.
one.
Alan.
Is that like the dark horse out of all of them?
I think so. I like the second one. Second one's very
Second one's-
underrated.
Yeah, the second one's good, but there's a lot that they try and squeeze in. But when it's good, it's good. Like, do you know what I mean?
And when it's bad, it's bad.
When it's bad, it's like, just
Yeah.
cringy baby dinosaur. I did without that.
It's not like Batman and Robin kind of fucking shite.
They
or
don't
cringe,
always
I mean,
need
like
to
it's-
put the
Dino
fucking-
credit
They
cards.
don't always need to do that T-Rex where the T-Rex is right up, right close to them. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? We're gonna play this out for 10, 15 minutes. Boo! But they did it in all three of them, I think, didn't they? No, maybe not the third one, but.
I think that's what they were going for. Like, I know what you mean. Like, the camera angles, like, it's like they have to get the obligatory shot in of this and that. Second one, though, that's why I put them as the first, the second, fourth, fifth, and the third.
Your third one is still falling behind.
Third one's
but
still not too bad for the background noise. Like, it's still watchable, and it's got its funny moments. Like, you mean, like, we take
It
the piss
doesn't
out of Alan all the time.
It doesn't
Like,
insult
got
you.
those
It's only
moments
on for an hour and a
No.
half, and you're way like
Yeah,
it's not
it
that
knows
bad.
what it is,
Yeah.
and it gets on with it. You know what I mean?
It's like, yes, we've actually tried to get them original actors to try and fucking make more money on it, but
I know. The only one you're interested is Sam
Maybe
Neill,
should
Alan
have did it
Grant.
in the second
Tia
one, but
Leone
bring
in
him
it.
back.
She's just annoying in it.
who's this,
What's the kid?
wife, is it?
Timmy! What's the kid called? him?
What's a bad idea?
Eric.
With the Eric. Eric. Shh. What was it? Mrs. Kirby.
Yes.
Mrs. Kirby. Wah! We need to keep the noise down, Mrs. Kirby.
You what?
You're mad, things. Yeah, mate, I didn't mind William H. Macy.
She
in it,
should have been
like,
killed.
you know. William H. Macy's, I think I didn't mind him in it. But they were bullshit characters. They
Yeah.
were like, you just lied to get this boy back on this island where he didn't want to get on it. But
The big dude on the plane with the turtleneck, I wanted to see him go fucking nuts on things.
the
And
way
then
from
he-
the Green Mile.
Yeah, him standing in front of the plane. We got there before he gets fucking wiped.
What's his name? That's because then Grant points out that's the thing.
Yeah,
Cooper.
Cooper.
That's Cooper.
I thought Cooper was going to fucking wreck the place. He had this massive gun and all. He's sitting there going, please.
I know. He's the one knocked Grant out and then gets fucked.
Yeah.
Glad for you, Cooper.
He even got a line.
Grant
wasn't
said, "That's Cooper.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Cooper."
I actually got the mixed up. Remember I was saying.
The guy in the pegs are like, "We can't stop this."
Yeah, the fucking
Kill the fuck.
brilliant. I know, like,
Cooper. We'll live on.
what would
Eddie and Cooper,
Memories.
Untold
Eddie and
Story.
Cooper, man.
but I want to see the different cut of the third film now. Where they,
Dinosaurs on
yo,
the iceberg.
give me
man.
a different cut of the third film. Yo, a different cut of the third film where they actually get over him in the plane, and then the rest of the film is left with Cooper.
Hanging on to the plane when they
Cooper
Well,
trying to survive the island alone. That's what I want to see.
And then he meets Tom Hanks.
Castaway.
Yeah, that would be tight.
Another one
Yeah.
for him, man. Wilson!
Wilson versus Jurassic Park.
Mr. Hanks, Wilson!
I really, man, just this football sitting there for 2 hours.
T-Rex comes over.
Sniffs it.
We kick or something. Oh.
Something's going to take a shit on that fucking football somewhere in that film.
There's a lot of mashups in that long, because if you mash up Castaway with Jurassic Park, you mash up Castaway with so many things. Lost in Jurassic Park. Imagine they fucking landed on the
Well,
island.
polar bears
He's
and there's
like,
way not.
polar bears, yeah. Would that be clean? Like, polar bears
I
be
don't
gone,
know,
no.
man. No, I don't know if Lost is fucking Jurassic Park.
Man, I'm surprised. I haven't seen all of Lost. Has the dinosaur
I
not
would
popped
say,
up in Lost
if you've
somewhere?
seen it all, it's just like,
Has the dinosaur popped up in Lost?
no. But,
No.
yeah, surprisingly, why not? Why the fuck?
I'm actually surprised.
Why the fuck not? For all the
why
stuff
not?
that
Yeah.
came out of nowhere, right? Randy Orton style in Lost. There should have been a dinosaur.
T-Rex out of nowhere.
You know.
No, but, man, I'm not bad at saying because I haven't seen it all, but I'm shocked saying I'm not surprised if there's polar bear and a smoke monster.
Even Blackadder did it.
What, a dinosaur?
Do you remember the back and forth, the
Oh, to
time
go back
machine
in
episode?
time? Oh, I haven't seen that one, but that sounds pretty cool.
They go back to try and he's making this whole fucking time machine to fool people.
Who is it?
He's got all these antiques. It's like a spin-off Blackadder episode.
Right.
Yeah, it's like a Christmas kind of one or something.
I've seen all of
And he's got all these wee fake antiques. He's trying to sell them off as if he's got a time machine, but it actually works. Baldrick makes one that works, and they go back like the dinosaurs and everything. And all.
That was like years after the
Yeah,
show was done
yeah.
or something, wasn't it? Yeah.
But I
the
mean, like
closest we
even
get to-
Blackadder's done like a wee mix with
That's
things.
the
So why
closest we
not?
get to Mr. Bean
Yeah.
with
Well, there you
Jurassic
go.
Park there, but there we go. That's the closest we can get to.
But like, fucking so just on this top that Castaway one, I would watch the fuck out of that one.
Dinosaur, don't it?
No, just Tom Hanks walking around.
What, Isla Nublar?
Yeah.
The
The
Jeeps.
plane lands. He's got the FedEx box under his shoulder and all walking
Flying
around.
shoes that are still too small for him.
Yeah, trying to build a new stone on. You know what I mean?
FedEx boxes. FedEx!
Yeah,
Still
FedEx.
throwing that, man.
Boom, boom, boom.
Scott Steiner on Jurassic Park. If any wrestler could survive
Oh,
Jurassic
man.
Park, it's Scott Steiner.
He's gone in the first 5
Iron
rounds, man.
Sheik, Iron Sheik,
Iron
and Scott
Sheik
Steiner.
and Scott Steiner. Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
no, they'd be Cooper to me. Get them out of here,
No,
the fuck.
man.
That's Steiner.
Legion of Doom.
I don't know.
It would just be them wrecking.
Lashley.
Bobby
He's
Lashley.
cannon fodder for the Velociraptors.
Hornswoggle.
He's gone. He's no matter
Go on, Bobby. Hornswoggle.
Hornswoggle on
Man,
Jurassic Park.
character that
Put him
gets
instead
killed
of Goat.
At the
GoPro.
intro of the movie, that's actually like.
Goat Pro.
But that would be cool. Something like a random wee version where you can like, as if you got a GoPro on someone's head, going through all of that.
Well,
no,
Jurassic
like
Park.
a VR experience
Lost
thing.
footage.
Well,
Actually, that's really fucking good.
I've seen something online with that.
No, like that. Like you would see YouTube.
It's like, yes, no.
Right, sorry about that. Right. But you ever end up on YouTube and you end up saying, "Oh, abandoned house," fucking
Yeah.
shit like that, right?
Abandoned
They should
park.
totally do that. A Jurassic Park where it's
Abandoned,
maybe
yeah.
the original park or whatever, the fucking the Saga Night,
Ah,
whatever you
okay.
want to do.
I-
Just as
yeah.
overgrown as fuck, and they find a way in, and it's all lost footage. Style,
That's what I liked about the Lost
would be
World.
cool.
That's what I liked about the Lost World.
from the
Across
Raptors
it.
and all, and trying to
Yeah.
fucking woo,
Get Jason on it.
lead role.
Done.
You know?
Jason.
Can
Oh,
he,
Jason can make it
can he
for us.
outrun a T-Rex? you know?
In heels.
You know how to
In
make
heels.
arrows.
No, that's what I loved about Lost
Do you
World.
call
and stuff,
bullshit on that
and,
scene, by the way? Do you call bullshit on that
heels.
whole thing with the heels? That's come
It,
up
it
with
is
the
what it
names.
is. Like, you mean, it can't do nothing about it now. Like. You mean, like, yeah, she shouldn't have. But if you can't outrun a fucking T-Rex in a Jeep, barely in the first one, which fucking.
Well, I don't mind about that
Claire's
thing.
running down the road in a pair of fucking stilettos.
He wasn't running full
Get
talent.
those heels out of my eyeballs!
Right, compared to the way it was running
Professional.
there, yeah.
Oh.
But compared to the way it was running there, compared to the opening of the second film, it was just like bursting through everything. It was going nuts. Like your man could barely outrun it, but someone slowed it down on YouTube. There's a bit where they've brought it up to actual speed, and it's literally just like, the fuck's going on? Oh, right, like just stumbling out kind of thing. Like, so it works. But
That's like,
bullshit on high heels though. I still
Yeah.
think, oh, fuck off.
As in, and the scene that they fucking kind of reference it in the new films as well. Certainly, the first time you see her, it's the exact same sort of shot pan up from her. I think she's wearing a pair of boots or something. Or heels
Yeah.
as well in this one. But
The elevator shot.
you know
wasn't
exactly what they're doing now. They're like, these coats wearing heels.
Now,
again.
what if equal it out? Equal playing field. The T-Rex is also in high heels.
it? The noise.
Can she outrun? a
Ankle's
T-Rex?
gone, man.
I'm confident in that one.
That's how funny it would be though. The T-Rex stumbling around. You know.
First of all,
Rollerblades. Big pair of rollerblades. man.
how? Trank it, make these massive things, put
Just
it on
get
it,
some
and hope for the
fucking
best.
psycho hunter. What can I do?
Well, that-
How can I fuck with it?
These are separate films altogether.
Your
We're
man's
calling
pulling
out
out teeth and never hanging right. I'm gonna
Oh,
put
yeah,
these
the
cunts
teeth
in
out.
high heels.
We're making these films
Fucking
quite
Buffalo
fast,
Bill
aren't
from Silence of the Lambs versus Jurassic Park. You know,
As
it rubs
Buffalo
the
Bill.
lotion on its back.
they? Would you? I'd fuck me.
No.
That's a good reference there.
you
It was
mean?
Buffalo Bill's in
IDB.
Jurassic World, the new one.
Yeah.
Buffalo Bill, the actor.
That's him.
I look up the name because Connor. There was
Yeah.
a funny moment. Once the credits started rolling in when we watched it,
Right.
I goes to Connor. It was good one. The hunter. Would you fuck me?
Is that him? Yeah.
And then Connor goes, yeah. And I said to Connor afterwards, yeah, it was Buffalo Bill. And he goes, oh, was it? And he goes, what were you saying yeah to then? I just go, would you fuck me? I go, yeah.
You needed Nels.
Just being honest.
I was just the
facial
accent. And I
expression
go,
there.
oh man, I was sitting going, what did he think I was saying? Would you fuck me?
Man.
Buffalo Bill, man. You know what I mean?
He's probably not heard you.
Oh, he has-
Like,
he has
'cause
it
he
all.
did it to me
No.
one day. I
Because,
asked
the
him.
music was still quite loud, and then I was doing the low voice and everything. So Connor was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "I do think he heard what I said there, but
Loud and clear.
I'm trying
Oh,
to find the name
you
of
got
the
one.
actor.
What was it?
Yeah, I remember I was talking to you, and I asked you a question. You know what I mean? I was waiting for the play. I knew there was a short wee gap. And then you looked up at me and goes, oh, yeah. You know, and then went back to what he was doing on his phone. I was like, you didn't hear what I said there, did you?
Not a word.
Ted Levine. That's
Ted Levine.
He's in a lot of films.
Yeah.
Man, he's got a so distinctive voice. He's got that distinctive voice, you know, and you can tell him, he was Signs of the Lambs, Fast and the Furious, Heat.
Yeah, he's got a big fucking beard. Heat.
Why
The
West.
guy sets up the big score. You go up to his house
No,
to
I
get all the
wouldn't.
plans.
I probably wouldn't.
Why West? Why West? Do you remember that?
Wiki Wild Wild West.
Wicka Wow.
Wild West.
He was the wee ear trumpet.
Was that him? Do we like,
Blood Bath McGrath.
I can't go off on what I was going to bring up. What the fuck was that with the spider and all that?
that?
Jurassic Park.
So Wild Wild West with Jurassic Park.
Why West? Dinosaurs in Red Dead. That's a DLC there. Dinosaurs.
Red Dead
zombies.
Dinosaurs.
Red Dead Dinosaurs.
I bet.
I think we've made at least a top 10 list of some crossovers here.
Easily, man.
So the zombie one was that good. I'd be like, oh,
So if any of these are made, we have this on record now.
Anybody
Yeah,
else should be
this
kind
is
of like,
very
oh, I don't know if they'd be able to make that work. But them, yeah.
The only thing we're struggling with is comedy movies and rom-coms. We need to kind of work on that. Like, you've got Mail, you've got Rex, you've got Velociraptor, you got Dino DNA.
There's something about Raxy.
Something about Rex, yeah. You know, we need to work on the rom-coms, like. So you know, we have no
Jim
rom-com
Carrey in there, like, but you know what I mean? What would it be like? It'd be Jim Carrey wearing the mask in Jurassic Park.
Woo! What, the mask? The mask? What?
No, that Jesus, did not do something similar to
Probably
the
did
second
something.
one as
They
well.
probably have, yeah.
I've seen the second one.
I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, man, shit. Like,
No, I avoided it.
Jimmy
Like.
Kennedy one or something, wasn't it? Or something?
tripe, man.
On the first one, I was actually watching scenes of it not too long ago. When we're talking about Jurassic Park,
Yeah.
like, but see with the bad guy, the main villain, fucking Phil Mitchell's anime in EastEnders. You know what I mean?
What are you on about?
We've got to tie in. Right? Bring him in. Add him to the script. But when he puts the mask on and sucks up all the bullets, when he fucking spits them out, looks class. But moving on. What were you saying?
That's one thing about that film. The CGI is nuts. Like, you mean, like, it's crazy. Like, the CGI but it looks like a video game at times. Like, you
Which
know,
one?
in the Son of the Mask.
Are we still talking about the mask?
Were you not talking about the mask there?
Yeah, well, we thought we were moving on from the mask to Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
I can move on from talking about the Son of the
Turn down
Mask.
the
No
left there,
problem.
we're shut
We'll
up,
forget
rules
about that.
straight on, you know.
It's like a
I'm back
good,
from my mind again.
it's like a good way of end on a high note is maybe.
What do you want from the first? What do you want to see in the future films? What do you want to see from the next
Well,
one?
definitely from that, I would say, like, JP yourself mentioned, and everyone has mentioned a lot
The
of times,
Mitchells.
is the
Mitchells.
not just the Mitchells, but the kind of like everything's fucked. Now you're stuck with them, like the
Well,
Mad
the
Max
end
kind
of
of
it.
version.
It's like the
the
end.
end of
It's
that
like the
one
end
was
of Jurassic Park 2.
Yeah.
Lost World. That should have been a separate movie where the dinosaurs now
Yeah.
just take over the land again.
Yeah.
And now it's now living with that's what John you were talking about, living with the dinosaurs and stuff. That was the monosaur.
I know, they weren't too clear about it. At the end of the movie, you're like, right,
Hump.
you can see fucking Velociraptors running about in this field, and
Yeah.
then the big underwater dinosaur coming up underneath these surfers. But it was kind of like, you know, we're all happy together, living in harmony. But when you really think about it, it was like, no, it's going to eat them surfers,
Yeah.
isn't it? Everything's going to go into shit.
Oh, the
like.
carnivores,
So
like.
it's the only way I think.
The herbivores be alright, is it?
How many dinosaurs escaped?
I was like 30.
And how quick
30.
can
I
they
say
repopulate?
no more than
Well,
30.
From the second one, was it? They went in to get 11 species.
Was it?
And they'd rounded up an awful lot before they even came in and all. So they got a lot transported. There were, what was it, 22?
But they don't have males or females, what they have to
22
do
on
now,
the
like.
auction. I think there was 22 different dinosaurs on the
Including
auction.
The new one.
Yeah. Not minding anything else that was already transported out in embryos and everything else. So you're sitting there going, like, there's enough spread out. And then at the end of it, the ones that were bought, you see them being shipped off to different parts, probably of the world. as
Let me
well.
just make a disclaimer too, right?
Yeah.
You know, I was saying, kind of like with Planet of the Apes and
Yeah.
all, as done, right? When I say that, I don't mean I don't want to see fucking hybrid human dinosaurs
No,
that
no.
have
Talking
intelligence, and then that's how it happens. I want to
No.
see fucking
A planet
dinosaurs.
of dinosaurs.
rack the place,
Right,
yeah.
yes.
So
None
you-
of that fucking mad. Let's do this mad
You can
shit
take the
with
same
these
plot.
fucking drugs and all. No, these dinosaurs. We'll make fucking soldiers now. No, scrap
I'm a
that
dinosaur, you idiot.
shit. Scrap that
I
shit.
think that's what they've done. Whenever you see even the T-Rex just stand on the Dominus Rex thing, as if to go, no, we're not doing that, lads.
Yeah.
We're moving on. As if to reassure you, we're not doing that, but we're going for this instead.
But I'm
Far
intrigued by
better.
that idea. Is like you almost take not copying the Planet of the Apes plot line off the spaceship.
But that
going off
vibe,
and then
that
coming
fucking-
back to a
yeah.
planet just filled with dinosaurs. But flame, like, no, because in dinosaurs now...
That soundtrack on a
Like,
loop every day.
Hang on, like, where'd that spaceship and all come out of?
No,
really.
I'm not saying that's not identical plot to Planet of the
glad
Apes.
you jumped on that.
No, I
but
don't
you
want
can-
like fucking. Like,
No.
But you can
Marky
imagine,
Mark
all jokes
back.
aside,
you can imagine
dinosaurs in space and all,
like I don't want
you
to
know.
be, when I say futuristic, like imagine maybe 50 years down the line,
Yeah.
and as you say, there's all,
obviously a time skip.
dinosaurs have reclaimed the Earth or whatever, maybe a wee bit longer than 50 years. I
It
don't
could
know.
even be a town or a part of
Yeah,
it.
Yes,
It doesn't
yeah.
I
like-
can just imagine that old sort of.
It doesn't, I don't know if that been that many, you know. Yeah, somehow we've got nukes.
But because there's
But
no...
I want to see
Yeah.
the dinosaurs maybe evolving. Because again, evolution still happens. You know, even they're created. So I want
Could be
to
like
see-
a
like does the
Costa
T-Rex
Rican island.
Does the T-Rex
Somewhere in
evolve
the middle of nowhere, like...
Yeah, like there's even the idea of T-Rex evolving a chicken squiff.
Well,
Do you know what I mean?
I
If
kind
that's the-
of
if that's-
want to
if
see.
that's
And
the way-
sunglasses.
Because if that's what dinosaurs eventually evolved into, like,
Yeah.
if dinosaurs were still about, would they eventually evolve into looking something like what we look at like birds nowadays?
But that's a big...
So a dinosaur, like a
yeah.
T-Rex running with a big
Yeah,
chicken
you
squiff,
do,
and
like,
That's a big time skip. It wouldn't happen in 50 years. Just go to fucking...
I still want to see fucking man. Dino Crisis.
Yeah.
You've got the urban kind of fucking overgrown buildings and everything.
Yeah.
Or you've got the urban, like Dino Crisis, right? That feel where I want to see maybe a dinosaur fucking run through a building. Do you know what I mean? Or dinosaurs flying through windows at people and everything. You know, all
It's like that
it's
Rampage.
like an abandoned town, but there's fucking dinosaurs about. You know what I mean, or something.
Like I Am Legend. Like imagine the setting of I Am Legend, him going like the towns are deserted now. They have to flee the east coast, whatever, because in the islands in Jurassic Park is on the east coast of North South America. So you can imagine all the cities along the east have to be evacuated. So you have these fucking San Francisco deserted and this and that. That'd be pretty cool. And then the fucking velociraptors run around the empty.
Like
I don't know
28
why
days
I don't know why
later.
I'm doing the fucking.
Yeah.
Do the body language.
There's your 28 days later kind of vibe thing. Just like,
there
yeah.
we go. That'd be cool for I think for because then you want to get off the island. That idea.
They
you
needed
know what I
it.
mean?
They really needed it. They couldn't keep going back to that. It's like fucking, we'll go back to well every time. Another film. Dun, 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 you know,
That's what I
just
hear when
like-
people giving off
Welcome
about this
back
new one. It's like
to
all the
Jurassic
house
Park.
stuff and stuff. Oh, why is it not on an island? You complain about it
It
being on
made
an
it
island.
better.
and
it just
yeah.
made it really different. I like the idea of that.
Again, it still doesn't beat the original.
No,
you know what
no.
I mean, but they're trying something different, and that's why I think the thing maybe skip forward a good 100 years. That maybe means there's no characters still alive, but you can do another prequel to this one
Yeah.
eventually down the line. Of what happened to the
You're getting to the
characters,
point
you know?
now where most of the cast, like Ian Malcolm sitting there with a big beard. I doubt you'd really want to see him struggling along with
No.
the rest of them in the middle of the forest.
We got Hull.
If he gives me shit about it or not, that's different. But I don't see like get the Earl lads back together 25 years afterwards, like
reunion.
because they all look like fucking Hammond now. So it's gonna be like it's the other thing. Hammond's stick. No, they're bringing on the cloning thing, and imagine how fucked up it is that stick, the bones are actually made out of human bones. Like that was his first thing he cloned.
That's what you could cover, like that human clone in the film. That's how, like, when you buy Lockwood, like, I was sitting trying to think of that clone idea. So his daughter could have been.
I'm waiting to see
born
him
in
clone
the-
Hammond or something. At
But
once,
his
you know what I mean?
daughter died years ago from that photograph. She
Yeah.
was in the photograph of that maid,
Yeah.
or whatever it was. So I say that wee girl was maybe born 60s, 50s, 60s. So she's maybe been cloned. How many times has she been
that's
cloned?
the other thing. Yeah.
How many failures has she had? And did Richard Hammond, is it not Richard Hammond? That's Top Gear.
Yeah.
John Hammond, did he know that his best friend or whatever it was cloning humans? And because I couldn't imagine, because again, let's face it, Benjamin Lockwood or whatever, he was just put in this film now. I see him as a stand-in.
Shoehorned in a wee bit,
I
yeah.
said that I think if Hammond or Richard Hammond was still alive,
It would have been
he
him
would have
doing
in the
it,
film.
yeah.
But as a stand-in, I get away with that sort of thing. But that's what he's sitting going. So he was never mentioned by Hammond before in any of the films before, sort of thing. So obviously they had a falling out. This and that. So what did the fall out by? Was it because this guy was cloning his daughter constantly, and the clones kept dying, because he was trying to perfect it. Trying to perfect it. I'm intrigued. I don't want to
Maybe
see
he just wanted to keep them
I
at a
don't wanna
certain
see-
age.
I don't want to see humans and dinosaurs being cloned together and stuff, that hybrid shit. But I am interested in that, because that's go back to the idea. If you're cloning dinosaurs, it's not unbelievable that say that somebody could be cloning humans now. Do you know what I mean? But again, that's a different film altogether. That's the sixth day. But,
So that's Jurassic Park 6.
To me, I would fast forward to a 20 days later type of thing. Or
Yeah,
imagine
I could imagine
something
even
like
that clone daughter of his. Growing
Older,
up,
yeah,
there's
yeah.
a time skip. She's
And she
gonna
can live
die, and
longer.
She's one of the ones that's in this fucking.
Sarah Connor.
Yes, living among
She
the dinosaurs or
ages. She ages
something.
slower because she's a clone, or I don't know what.
I'm thinking Mowgli, boy, the Mowgli of this fucking
And she's being
Jurassic
brought in,
town or whatever the
brought
fuck.
into the pack.
The title wouldn't work at Jurassic Town.
Jurassic
You know what I mean? It's like
Jurassic Village, Jurassic Hamlet,
Jurassic
Hamlet. Jurassic cul-de-sac.
yeah, it doesn't work. A couple of houses.
Jurassic Estate, boy.
No, it doesn't work. But I like the idea that having that maybe certain, like the idea of a couple of towns or somewhere way out, maybe where people just we're not going to bomb a fucking island because there's people there and whatnot. It's just like.
And
you can find a way around it.
You can almost do fucking we dig on Donald Trump. They built a wall up the center of America or whatever it was to keep. There's we dig on Trump please to keep his happy.
Well, to be fair, if they could build a wall that size and do all that, surely you can get rid of the dinosaurs instead of build a wall.
No, man, you can't kill the dinosaurs. Dinosaurs have feelings now. They're living creatures.
These are emotional animals.
Oh, yeah.
There's
man.
that note coming up then. The heel turn I was talking about in the first in Jurassic World, your woman Bryce, whatever the fuck you call her,
Claire something, Claire Dowring,
her being the heel the whole way through, and then right at the end, once you sees that big fucking sock puppet thing, you know what I mean, the big head, and she starts getting all sensitive and all.
That's her.
So she goes face, she goes face, and then the rest of the second film when she goes face, it sounds forced.
Puppet, man.
It doesn't work. I still don't. It's just too quick to be all fucking all amped about.
Yeah,
shit.
like Jurassic World isn't perfect, like. You know what I mean? That's to say, like
That's the only thing I really have a big
deal.
deal about, to be honest. And I kept getting confused with that wee girl, the nurse, whether she was in on it from the start to get them on the island and all that shit, or what. But I keep getting.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I've seen it 8 times now. But once those scenes come in, I'm stuck watching the fucking dinosaurs, going like, "What's this?"
I feel like a child again. Like,
I do feel like a big fucking man child.
That's it, man. But I think it's one of the earliest sort of things you drew. Like again, I can speak as a bit of an artist. Like going back, probably one of the earliest things I would draw was a dinosaur.
Or pretend to be.
It's just these
when you're
creatures. You're like
something with fucking teeth.
Something
You
with
know, right?
and horns, or the big fucking seals in the back, or something. You know,
maybe nephew pretends
on TV. You know, I used to try and fucking copy Mortal Kombat and all
to do it.
Shit.
Well, my nephew's never seen Jurassic Park, obviously, because I would know the crack, like. But he's running around pretending to be a dinosaur half the time. So it's one of those things like when you're younger, you pretend to be.
Man, there's
something like that.
There's a video, old video of my brother Liam. That's after me, not my oldest brother now, but the next oldest him in play school or something. My one must have the tape somewhere around the house. Old camcorder footage. Him being asked, Liam, what do you want to be when you grow up? A dinosaur. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like when you're that age, like you could be anything.
Imagine
it's like Step Brothers. Did he lose his dinosaur?
And a child, you didn't think the limits. I will be a dinosaur. Think positive, and I will be a dinosaur. Like, you know.
I could be eating people.
Man, I remember one Christmas I was when I still believe I think I might have told you this way back when I still believed in Santa and wrote the list.
You still believe in Santa?
Sorry,
I thought
you don't.
I thought you said this is why I still believe in Santa.
Sorry, if your kids are listening into this, just wee disclaimer. You may want to put them away.
Broken too. I find the presents, but I still pretended for another copy.
Same.
Dedication, man.
I wanted. You know what I mean?
Still real to you, damn it.
It was.
Still real, I know. But man, it's like what am I talking about Santa?
I just wanted the presents, like.
Dinosaurs.
Any toy that I want,
Oh,
I
yeah.
can ask for it, and there's a chance we'll get it.
Yeah, just when you're a kid, like you believe anything. Like when I was a kid, I big fan of Power Rangers, as a lot of kids my age were. Yeah. One Christmas, it was after the movie came out. One Christmas, I wanted one of the Megazords. I want one of them in my kitchen.
No.
No, please, Santa. Obviously, I was nice about it. Like, I wasn't brought. You know what I mean? But I was magic going, you man, my old kitchen, my old house.
Yeah.
My old terraced house, do you mean? And the wee galley kitchen and stuff. Yeah. I can imagine this big fucking Megazord robot sitting in the kitchen going, not even thinking how my ones are going to get it into the house, but how the fucking. I don't even know what to sell them.
Back then, it's Santa as well.
Yeah,
it's Santa. It's coming out of its sack, man.
He had to make it from wood.
He can come down the chimney. Yeah. He can squeeze down the chimney of houses that don't have fucking chimneys, right?
Just clicks it in.
He makes it work.
Click.
But
but when you're a kid, you believe anything, and then I know dinosaurs just had a fascination drawing them. Even this is not a wee plug. It is a wee plug. Fuck it. It is a plug for Messi Doodle. But I'm gonna put a wee poster on because I forgot all about this. I never put it actually on Instagram. Put it on Facebook after seeing the first Jurassic World. Yeah. I came home and drew a piece. I don't know if you remember, Connor. It was I think it was Triceratops.
Right.
With a cigarette.
I drew him with it.
That's your forte at the minute.
Surprisingly not. He's quitting them.
Dino creeps.
Come on, save the dinos. Save the dinos. Dino creeps. There we go. But it was like it was just Triceratops with was like circus gear on it. Like you would see an elephant and stuff, but it had a chain around his back leg. It's like it's just my idea about
slavery.
If you did bring them back, would you really want them to bring them back dinosaurs back to what? Look how we're treating circus animals and animals at the minute. But that's what it is. But I might share that anyway, so I might link Red Acre in that. So yeah, fuck that. That's a shameless plug on my behalf. There, no shame on my behalf.
No shame.
No
need for it.
How much you sell the prints for?
£200.
How can you contact
They don't actually have any prints up, but I'll just share them anyways because it'd be nice. Dinosaur.
What's your Instagram handle for that?
Messy Doodle, spread the legs, /69.
Yeah, the kids are definitely not getting that shit.
No, it's not. It's just Messy Doodle.
Just Messy Doodle.
Stroke. 69 or us.
If you want some dino creeps, heavy smokers, should be good. But I was telling him 2 wee fucking stories about the Jurassic Park in
in Orlando
Universal,
Studios.
yeah, man.
Well, quick wee one. There was a booth that you could sit beside. It was obviously a dude in a fucking big dinosaur costume, but it looked pretty. It looked pretty.
How big
legit.
we talking about?
Ruin the magic, man. Ruin the magic, like.
It would be bigger than me, right? Say if I was standing, it would obviously have the big neck and all that, but you can obviously see the fucking dude's
But they're wearing black
legs.
tights,
It's
aren't they?
like an over the top,
Is it like
over the torso fucking and head costume, but there's obviously the big fucking head and all is obviously right. He's controlling that and it moves about, kind of like Goro in the Mortal Kombat movie. It was robot, you know, but still pretty cool until you look down. Do you know what I mean?
But
Adidas,
Velcro.
Oh, was he
Nikes.
not even wearing? Like, I thought it's like
Dinosaur
it's
feet.
like that walking with dinosaurs. You
Yeah.
can see that it's the performers, but they're wearing black tights. So if it's the lighting and stuff, you don't really see them, you know. But is this guy wearing fucking
I was kind of
Adidas
a joke.
top bottoms,
I
like.
could see shoes.
Marty
like, you know what I mean?
Boggle stage job?
Bright white Reeboks. You know? But,
light up shoes?
Yeah, everybody lines
Subtle
up.
as fuck. Yeah.
Everybody lines up with your photo taken, right? And there's a big fucking massive line. I even hopped out of the lane to go give a too sweet to a guy with a fucking NWO t-shirt, right? I ran out of the lane. Like,
How long was this queue?
pretty long.
Man,
Man, I just ran right back up to where my
60-minute
ones were.
wait time. Oh man,
Alright.
too sweet.
To where my
Why'd you call them over? Hey man, come here, him in another lane.
the line was.
He's the line leaving.
It was too long for what you were lining up to get. You know what I mean? You essentially sitting down on this wee wall, and this thing is messing about behind you, and you get a picture taken. But you've got this big fucking sea of people just looking at you, waiting their turn.
Yeah.
And the
right?
queues, yeah.
So I sit down, right? Obviously know it's a fucking.
John's room number.
Obviously know what to do, right? I was smoked fakes flat out in this fucking place, man. It was cat. I was drunk heavily on that holiday, right? And
Walking around Disney, fucked.
man, time hungover and sweating. But too sweet, yo. But yeah, so I sat down and I was waiting, and then by everybody fucking making wee noises and all, ooh, something's happening. But I was just like, oh fuck's sake, what's he doing? And I'm wearing this cap backwards, right? So the dinosaur obviously fucking grabs the back of the cap with the mouth and then lifts it off my head as if, mess about, got your fucking hot nose.
Mess about.
It was
Got
just
your
like,
nose.
yeah. It was like, oh yeah, right, lovely, put it back on so we can take this fucking picture. Mate. You know what I'm saying? It's cool and all,
Notice how the guy in the suit is probably loving every time he's doing it. It's great for the kids. I mean, John just sitting there going, fuck off.
No, I was going to put a crack. You know what I mean? I wasn't giving off. I was like, I knew something was going to happen. You know what I mean? You know when you're waiting for it, something to happen, and then you feel the hat getting lifted, or so. Even if somebody does that in the street, it's kind of like, you got the hat.
Yeah, you win.
But like this dude in a dinosaur suit, and it's like almost it's almost like when he grabs the hat and starts lifting it. Everybody laughing at it. No.
Like, how far would you be willing to take that? Like, I would have seen how far that dinosaur could have pushed your buttons, man.
It would have been funnier in hindsight if every time I tried to get the hat back, he went to the left or to the right or something. Like.
Or the edits. Ta-da!
Yeah.
So, where the fuck's my hat?
Punching
Oh,
it.
your hat's gone, man.
Do I get it at the end or something?
John gets his like bright red Jurassic Park hat, and he's just like, no,
They lead you around to a big pile of shit.
work away.
And it has nowhere to be seen. Oh, it's under it, mate.
Satellite phone going.
But yeah, it was, I think I don't know, when I was there years ago myself, but I didn't have anything like that. That wasn't a wee audition, but seen it online. So what was the costume like? Was good?
It's pretty good, yeah. It looked pretty legit, like it's.
remember the
Obviously,
puppets
it's not like right. Oh, the dinosaurs in the first movie or something.
Yeah.
You know, you can see.
It's not Stan Winston Studios.
You can see Reeboks. You know
Yeah.
I can't
if
get
you
rid
were
of a guy
if you
like.
were to ignore that, there's a wall there for a reason. You know what I mean? You're not supposed to kind of look in. So
Like,
it's,
wear black trousers. Like, I know you're in a very hot place.
man, I can't remember if he was wearing Reeboks or something. That's a joke.
Bare legs.
You know, at that, look, bare feet.
Yeah, dinosaurs shitting out the human. Like, there's that.
No, bare legs. Don't lad just sitting there.
Hurry as fuck. And it's sweaty. You know, like sweaty.
Yeah,
So the hairs are like, oh,
A Texas tattoo in the back leg.
my thong.
He was actually needed the hat to fucking kind of fan himself. Then, you know what I mean? He was like, "No man, I'm not making a joke. Just help me out a second. You know, go with it."
Oh, it's like Jim Carrey in those suits, I'm telling you. Like, imagine heat. You've seen the heat over there.
Yeah.
Imagine,
Oh,
man.
it's pretty
we in
intense,
Disney.
like.
We in Disney.
No, my mum and my nanny.
But again, same sort of principle with the caution.
I would have went,
Those
but you know
guys
they
walking
wanted to
around-
do it with the child, so I get left out of Disneyland. Man.
You've seen the universal, you've seen the one sort of thing. But it's a pretty same principle when you see those guys walking around in those suits. And like, how the and obviously they have to have wee fans in those suits. But you're like, man, and then the kids coming up punching them. Fucking balls and everything. I seen a video
Who's this guy
online.
dressed as a hot dog? Let's fucking abuse him.
I saw a video online, I think it was these Disney fields. We're getting on theme park fields here, but it's kind of linked to what we're talking about. Is,
Jurassic Park's theme park.
this guy dressed as Pluto. You don't see the start of it, but apparently the wee kid punched Pluto. And it must have been in the ball area. Sort of thing. You know, we didn't those autograph sessions and stuff, but there's this video literally of the kid, Pluto booting it after this wee kid round the square. And that sort of thing, and then he eventually falls over because a man grabs Pluto by the arm, and then Pluto falls over, and Pluto gets up, and then you can't hear what's being said, but he's like, and then you're walking past, and apparently you hear him just giving alcohol. I thought, I had enough. But you do feel sorry for those kids getting jazzed, but this guy, pure broke character. Well, didn't really. A dog chased the wee boy. So it makes sense, like. You know what I mean? But I get absolute shitting in here about these dodgy ones in the caution, getting a wee grope. And all like that would just destroy her. They're getting groped by gropey. Gropey. That's a 13th dwarf. I was going to say dopey.
Groposaurus Rex.
Groposaurus Rex.
To the theme.
To the what?
With the theme in the background. No.
No, but I don't know how I got talking about fucking dopey or gropey there.
But I've never been to the rides or anything, but the only other thing I can pull in is just remembered of sitting there in the corner of the office was the autograph I have from Lex.
Yeah, Mrs. She
We get a wee photo up on.
Oh yeah, it'll be
Instagram,
photo
or
up for that, yeah. It needs to be framed in the
I have to
office
say,
here, but
actually, now that
Awesome,
you brought
like.
this out,
Yeah.
I see, he showed me a picture of, what's her name?
Lex.
Lax from
Jurassic Park, the first
Jurassic
one,
Park, right? And it's when her and her brother have been found their way into the kitchen, and
They've had a shit day, put that way.
shit day basically, running from fucking dinosaurs, and they're eating jelly and ice cream or something, and shit happens. You know what I mean? But that scene where she's going, they left us. You know what I mean? The look on her face is like legit fucking. Man, that's
Isn't it?
Tara.
Yeah.
That's you've sold it. you know
Props to
what I mean?
them,
good,
because
like.
compared to most other films, we see even adults trying to react to things.
Yeah.
It just pulls you out of the film completely. You don't care half the time. You don't believe that there's anything in front of them. These kids were fucking terrified. And it shows like
Seen
it.
it there not too
What
long
was she
ago.
like when you met her in real life?
Very pleasant. She was great form. It was up in one of the Comic-Con kind of things up in Belfast, and there wasn't that many people notable ones. Were like, oh, fuck, I'm not in the fucking Doctor Who and all that shit. So I was just walking around getting a beer in the morning. And all. It's like 10:30, bar was open, walk around. I'm trying not to burp here, so I was like, I'm on one now. But that wee session all going on, but she was there, and she the only one really recognised, and stood there for about 20-25 minutes just having a crack.
Right.
Just back and forth. I was asked her different questions about, like, I felt bad because it's one of those things you do. Like, if you went up to talk to someone, you'd be like say a wrestler or something. Like, oh, what was it like to wrestle this lad? I said, oh, I was just talking about them and all that kind of thing. So I was asking
How did
her,
the jelly taste?
Yeah, I had the jelly taste. No, never mentioned that.
How green was it really?
Was it jelly?
She actually said this print
Was it not plutonium or something?
that print I'll put a picture up of that
But yeah,
shortly. But
you can put
that
up
print,
we'll put up the wee teaser for this podcast.
it's jelly downstairs. Work away, don't.
Oh.
But she says that's the favorite print. Everyone goes for the jelly shot. It's fucking ridiculous.
Everyone
Like,
goes for the jelly shot.
There's all these other like 8x10 and all like normal poses and all like fucking.
Yeah, but that bit where she's holding up the bit of jelly there, and she obviously they can hear the fucking the T-Rex.
It's a shadow.
You know what I mean?
That's where she sees the shadow, isn't it?
It's-
Yeah.
The window, isn't it?
Have
She's like,
you have to give it up there, like she's fucking.
Sell-
chicken, you know what I mean?
That's what I was going to say about their casting. Their
Oh, fuck.
or watch this wee thing on YouTube where I was like 101 facts about it. It's about half an hour long. Forget the guy's name. Sorry for the credit here. No credit to you here. Like, but there's a wee fact about when he cast them. Like, he casted all the children based on their screams apparently and stuff. And
That sounds like a mad day,
he
doesn't it?
cast them in the house. In his house.
Just a whole day of
I
kids
know.
screaming.
In his house. And what's even
What are you
funnier,
listening to, honey? Just a load of
what's
fucking
even
kids
funnier, man,
screaming.
his wife's sleeping at the time apparently, and then she hears those kids scream, so
Yeah.
he cast, and then she runs up to see what the crack was. What's going on here? Like,
Yeah.
so he cast them based on that alone. Their scream was believable. Woke my wife. You know, imagine living in that house. Imagine casting Jaws in that house. Yeah. Sorry for anybody wearing headphones.
Yeah, me particularly.
Honey, where's this
Hey,
music coming from? What music, honey?
I even asked her, would you be interested in going back on to some of the films? And I think it's the same answer a lot of the ones have been given. Like, it just depends on the idea and then scheduling. Like, she's does a lot of art and stuff these days. It's actually pretty good. Like, for me, it sounds like she's living the life of the character. Like, after all this shit, she's just like,
It's
I'm
just
not going
chilling
back
out.
to Ireland. I'm not going
Yeah.
back to Ireland. I'm painting now. I'm fucking set. I'm not going back to
Lost
Ireland.
Word, there was a cameo in the house. That was it.
Yeah, she was walking past.
I remember seeing the two.
Yeah, but that was it. She was long
Dr.
gone.
Malcolm.
She went home, started painting. That's her grand.
No,
But
surprisingly, I would have probably asked her, do you paint dinosaurs?
no.
You know what I mean? Like, do you paint any dinosaurs?
Imagine we're all just fucked up images of people getting at. No, it's just going, man.
Yeah.
Lord for fucking life.
Big teeth, just this big open mouth.
Let us.
Or man, when you meet her at the Comic Con, she'll hold the spoon.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a Sharpie, you know.
Jello's rotted away. Like, you know?
No, fair play to her. She's sitting there, eyes back and forth, asking a few questions. Asked the typical ones like, "Oh, what's it like?" Like, you're not going to pass up a chance. Like, what's it actually like to work with like Spielberg and stuff? And she was saying that, like, on the days, they obviously had like reference points. You can see a lot of things in the ground, like tennis balls and everything. Okay, this is where the feet will be eventually, and all this, and getting to see the storyboards and all as well.
Nice.
And she was saying that there's things happening during the production where a hurricane actually hit the island, and you see some of the footage they actually filmed. It was like the water hitting the breakers and everything. That's actually from that storm. Some of the sets got wrecked. There was scenes with Samuel Jackson was supposed to film extra scenes with his,
Motherfucker.
like they built the leg and everything that's going to be used for him getting ripped apart even more and all
And that's
that.
how your Ellie gets her limp.
But yeah,
trips
apparently
over the
from
leg.
that, yeah. So you can see wee bits, but she mentioned things like when that went down, like they were basically on the island all for ages, and Richard Attenborough and all was basically near acting like a grandfather to them, like looking after him, something. And
I think I read like a wee
works
anecdote
now,
was because there was a big whatever was going on, and Richard Attenborough slept through the entire thing, and Spielberg said, "How did you sleep through the entire thing?" And he goes, "I survived the Blitz, son," or something.
yeah,
like that.
I've heard a wee
Like,
ones like that, but
epic, like, you know.
well, she's confirmed he wasn't sleeping the whole time, so
You know,
she ripped that one apart.
Like, that's basically
But
like
yeah.
he probably did toss and turn a few times. Like, you mean, he's
Probably fucking knackered. He's like, no, Bob, whatever's
wiped
going
out,
on,
man.
No, but it
Had a
was
wee
cool
donkey.
to get a hold of someone who's on that, especially someone who's actually notable. Like, I mean, I wouldn't give a Cooper. I would go see Cooper and have the crack at him.
That's Cooper.
I would pitch that idea to him where it's like, okay, all
Or
of a sudden
Eddie.
then they fly off and the rest of the film is just you.
Cooper on
Yeah,
the
I
island.
want to see that film. Cooper Park. You know what I mean? I would watch the shit out of that. Just him with a GoPro on his head the whole way for this film.
No man, he's. I didn't like Cooper. Like, I didn't like him at all.
Who's the worst character out of all of them then, you think?
Cooper?
Morally, or just fucking woeful.
Just woeful. You can say either the acting or just
On
entirely
the
just...
acting.
Besides, you won't...
I don't like saying her acting was woeful. She was just very annoying and very obnoxious. Sorry.
Mrs. Kirby. Yeah,
Mrs. Kirby, please.
And the other old dude that was with them. You know the guy he was in fucking like Green Mile and all? Him with the wee rough...
Oh no,
bald-
I
hate him.
didn't mind him. No, I didn't mind him. He's. I think it was a wee bit of comic relief. And then he was used for bait, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Like Velociraptor called him.
He get destroyed.
He cracked me. But I have a soft spot for him from Green Mile. Like. I mean, so that's maybe it.
I think I need to give a wee shout out. I know he's asked me who's the woefulest, but I need to give a shout out.
Woefulest.
I need to give a shout out to dude in the second one. I thought, was it Malcolm? Jeff Goldblum, yeah?
Yeah.
Meets on the subway train.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like Bender from the night.
Yeah.
From the Breakfast Club.
You're the guy, right? You're the guy. You're him. I believed you. You know?
No.
And he gave us.
I think he is just like, yeah.
It's very. Yeah, it's like very memorable. Sort of. You only see him for like one little.
That could have been you. You could have done
Just
that
the way
thing.
Yeah.
Can we get to that? Just go on the train one day. Get you to reenact that.
Go for it.
Can you imagine how scunnered he would be though? But all the wee biddies were looking at him as well.
Just all that shit. Now, yeah.
Fucking scissors,
And this
dinosaurs.
dude.
Fucking little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, if that happened to you on the subway, you'd be like, oh, for fuck's sake, look the other way.
Yeah, look.
Look the other way. He's
know
clicking
if
at you.
I know a few
he's
people-
coming, he's walking, I can hear him.
You know a few people. Like, I bet you Malcolm has met that guy before.
Every morning.
I bet he knows him. Oh, for fuck's sake!
Guy, right?
And this is the time. I
Back in his
said,
head, you
and I said
know?
at the time that mobiles weren't really all that popular. Like you couldn't just work them out, go and pretend you're on the phone. Pretend you're on the phone. You know what I mean? The seat's taken. You know what I mean?
Turn your Walkman on.
I have no opinion
Almost
people around
coming,
town like
what
that.
you looking at? On your phone.
It's the type of people you cross the road to avoid. You know?
You're the guy, right?
Malcolm or
I believe.
across the
Oh
road.
no, Malcolm, no. I would cross the road to checkmate. No, your boy who.
You didn't.
John
You
said.
didn't give me your wolfless one there.
Oh man,
That was your favourite, that guy, was it?
No, he just
Us
deserved
we
a
shout out.
wee shout
Shout
out.
out. Honourable
Unsung
mention.
hero was
You're too
Eddie.
sweet.
We too sweet.
And,
Sweet.
I don't know, man. I can't really think of anything. Maybe, man, somebody from the third one. Probably the whole family. Probably all the fucking.
Wolfless.
All the
Right.
Probably the
Kirby's.
whole cast
The
apart from
Kirby's.
the originals. Do you know? Actually, that's too harsh.
No.
To me,
That is too harsh.
Grant's probably my favourite. Because he's like Indiana Jones, I think. You mean he's like he's
Kind
pretty cool.
of should have been in the second one, but
Even
they
though
kind of
he-
waited and
yeah.
put him in the third one. You know?
Then Malcolm.
Oh yeah, but when
Nedry.
you think about it, when characters, who's always there? He's kind of like he's always somewhere there. You know?
One of the most important, I think, is Dennis Nedry.
But Malcolm never held a gun. I don't think in any of those films.
He's the one that's actually right the entire
Yeah.
time. He's like, I'm waiting for it.
Yeah.
You know, everything's
Right,
fine
friends,
now. Then all this shit happens. Do you know?
At least Alan Grant had a fucking shotgun at one point. Shot a window, but he did his best.
Oh, and the hunter from the first one.
Muldoon. Yeah, he
clever
works.
girl.
Down, yeah.
He's cool as fuck.
He's cool as
Him,
fuck.
it's a like I don't know who's cooler,
Sam
him
Jackson.
or
Sam Jackson.
what do you
is
call
the-
Passaway's character again? It
Oh, Roland.
Roland. I don't know who's cooler, Roland or getting these names, but clever girl.
Roland or
Muldoon.
Muldoon.
Roland or Muldoon.
Alan.
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 Throw Alan right there. Yeah, man.
That's actually, we've gone nearly an hour and a half. I haven't even mentioned that scene. What the fuck? There's a wee clip thing about it.
I think it's so
apparently,
much
about
now, man. People know the crack. Like, you say
Yeah.
Jurassic Park 3, people go,
Alan.
It starts off good though. It kind of starts off good because you see him kind of not waking up in the plane, but waking up in the plane and kind of foggy and mist. You're kind of like
Yeah.
plane planes. It's not really like that. So what's happening then? It's like Flash Gordon. If you've ever seen that, the fucking crew disappears. But it's like, what the fuck? He's looking around. Everybody's gone. The fucking windows are broke. He can feel the wind and shit. But then it goes, Alan, it's a wee fuck, you know.
Man, it's just-
I think they could have went with that, made that even more nightmarish or something. You know what I mean? Him fucking struggling to get this plane back and going near a crash and then boom, oh, he's
what the dinosaurs are over.
you know.
I just said, Alan.
Plane's gonna crash, Alan.
What are you gonna do, Alan?
But that's it. Jurassic Park 3 it has its moments. Like it's enjoyable. Spinosaurus is cool, but it was a bit of a fucking kick in the balls. T-Rex coming in, boom. After 2 films, T-Rex isn't quite big.
Yeah, it was out of
isn't
bitch.
quite the big one, you know. Yeah. But Spinosaurus is actually on record bigger.
It's bigger, but it
Does the
doesn't
T-Rex?
walk upright like that, apparently.
No,
That's, but again, that's
it's got a
recent.
bit of
after-
swag.
But apparently it's been confirmed well after the film was out. Like, so you're just like,
Yeah. And again, there aren't dinosaurs per se in these films. They what the dinosaurs want, what they want the dinosaurs to look like.
true.
You know.
Very
Henry. Woo. Once said.
See, just my favourite scene at all.
The entire
I
films.
think most of it would just the T-Rex escape is probably one of the best fucking film, one of the best scenes for film ever. To be honest, like
T-Rex escape. What do you mean?
in the first one,
Oh,
the
yeah.
whole
Oh,
build
it's
up
just
and
iconic,
everything.
yes.
Fuck me. What do I mean?
The
What do you mean? I know, it's just like
birds,
the
the
water,
lights.
the whole fucking lot. The
After that, outside of those scenes, yeah, outside of the typical iconic scenes, like I don't think you can beat that. In
Oh,
the,
yeah,
in the
walking around the
kitchen, the
kitchen,
claw, like that. I don't know if they ever did that, but
Claw!
that's just, yeah, it's cool as fuck, and it's just creepy as fuck because the Velociraptors are the true villains in that
they
movie.
did that
you know,
in Kingdom movie where it was coming through the window and stuff. It's just
the big
that
fucking
was
thing,
cool.
yeah.
Big fucking.
But
Hood.
other than that, maybe the first time you see when Sammy fucking stumbles his glasses off. And the first see the Brachiosaurus, like I think that's the first time we seen dinosaurs in the film. I think it's in
Man,
general.
I'd throw that
I mean,
opening
so-
to Kingdom even up that high as well.
Kingdom, yeah.
Like the way even like him wearing the yellow fucking raincoat and all again, all those wee things like the way that scene was done,
It's epic, like.
grabbing the fucking
Think
him
he-
on the
think
ladder.
he's
and
getting
everything.
away and-
You think he's getting away? He's fuck. It just creeps up. You just see the lightning and it just lights up a wee bit of the face. Well,
Yeah.
for a second coming past, but I would put it up there with
Yeah.
some of the more memorable ones from the first film even. Second film, like you even mentioned through like the whole thing with the even the simple wee things, just the way that shot was done with the taking him up off the cliff and all.
Yeah.
There are some notable things, like the long grass scene is pretty fucking cool in that in Lost World.
Well, then the second one, man, one of the bits that fucking freaked me out back when I first saw it was like, remember the fucking
Jeff
the
Goldblum
two T-Rexes
yawn.
come and one of your dudes gets stood on. And then
I lifted with it,
and he's stuck to the foot of this thing for about 3 fucking footsteps. But it's just like,
They do that again
brutal.
in Jurassic World.
Yes,
With one of the guys, but then you see him fucking.
you see
And
him
then-
breathing.
Terminator 2.
It's like, yeah.
What makes that worse is that scene was actually really fucking cool in Jurassic World, but every time you see someone getting white and then like fucking
At the Indominus Rex was awesome. Like
That was
camouflage.
tight.
That's what you're sitting thinking. What were they thinking? Given an attraction, camouflage to make it go invisible. What the fuck are you gonna see then? You mean how you can unless they can control it themselves or something? I don't know. But what again? You're going down that hybrids. But again, it was cool. It was cool. Like, but again, I don't know, man. It's always that brachiosaur scene. No, that stands out now. But again, it kind of links to me. It's that from the first film when you first see it, and then now the new film kind of links.
It gets
All
burnt
full
the
circle.
fuck. Man, it's fucking tough. I don't know, man. That's. There's not that many notable scenes I can really pick out a third one, to be honest. Just
Birdcage. I think the birdcage.
Birdcage scene wasn't too bad.
More in the
Dino
pterodactyls.
Crisis vibe about it. I like the scenery, like.
Like I thought you always could see more in the films of the because they're not even dinosaurs as well. Because that's another thing. They're separate creatures altogether.
The boat scene thing could have been a wee bit better, but it was.
Your man with a parachute was about.
Yeah, that's
Come on, the fuck now.
Billy.
That should have ended terrible.
I know, man.
He should have, no,
Should've terrible.
really, like.
And he ended up on the plane at the
He
end.
should have got caught by the wind or one of them and fucking
One of
hit the
them.
side of the cliff.
Hump.
He's gone.
I do like that wee bit where his parachutes get wrecked. It's this whole wee sequence. His parachute gets wrecked. He lands in the water. Keep getting fucking packed by these things. And as you watch him go around, all of a sudden you see this wee.
Right, yeah.
the big one just turns his head around.
sort
You,
of score
you
what
miss
goes
it,
over
yeah,
the door.
you miss it every time for like a couple of seconds because you're still watching your man Billy in the water, and all of a sudden there's this big fucking head turns around and stares. You go, well,
And the size that big on that thing.
size
though.
up. It's the size that big is right, but
Fucking
it would have
packer.
made more. What I'm saying, that third one, that scene of the fucking with the mist and everything. Since it did that in the opening with the pterodactyls, whatever, it would have made more sense to have one of them in the fucking
One of
plane
them
beside him
ones.
than the raptor, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because as you said, like, but sadly the plane wasn't even wrecked. It was like
But
hoovered.
thinking about it from his
Yeah.
experience.
Ah,
he
raptor, yeah.
saw raptors, you know what I mean? So, dreaming, these fucked up imagery that your head can make up when you're dreaming, like, so
Man,
that might have been what obviously what woke him up because it looks as almost you could put a wee suit on it or something. It was just a head, you know.
Imagine it wasn't a dinosaur. Imagine he was scared of other things.
What if
Imagine
it's
it was a
John-
clown.
yo.
Imagine it was just a clown sitting there.
what was John Hammond just staring at him. Alan, that would be fucking tight.
Creepier as well.
That would be tight. John Hammond, the old dude. Alan, just staring at him.
Well, like overgrown and like zombie hand.
Just standing with the
Him
stick.
there on the
I've
plane
been
with the
down.
open door and the only parachute.
Alan, yeah, and he goes, yeah. But like Father Jack.
Alan.
No, I think that film, to be fair, is very hard to try and find out a way to really tweak it to get.
Even
You
the
can,
end of it, man.
you
Even the
can
end of it,
rip the
how-
fuck out of it, but it's really hard to try and tweak that one into like polish it up. Second one, maybe trim a few scenes or I don't know.
It's the way the third one ends. It's like it's very. They make it very whimsy sort of thing. As
Yeah.
well. To see the fucking pterodactyls flying off to the mainland.
But they give-
they're just looking new land. Yeah. Our homes. You fucking get rid of them. You know what I mean? What the fuck are they flying off to?
Kind of like, yo, everything's all right, but again, it was like,
These things are flying following you. You mean?
and there's him sitting there bang on, yo, you know, like, all right.
No, I don't live on the East Coast.
So it's good. We have a vision here, a shared one anyway, for how extreme you can actually take it and where we'd ideally like to see it. But obviously, it's not our franchise to fucking tweak at. So we'd be
Yes.
patient enough now. It'll be probably another 2 years before we see another
They're
one.
aiming for 2020,
I think, aren't they? Yeah.
2020, 2021.
So as of date of this recording, which is 27th of June, 2018.
Next one
That's
comes out, we're
ridiculous.
going to be in our 30s.
Here, do you want me to tell a
Grim.
fucking story about that fucking...
Well, if you start a sentence off
raid.
of that fucking story, go for
The
it.
raid, the story
Yes,
in the
yes.
Universal Studios. There's a...
Lead us off here with this then.
Didn't know where I was going there. Well, to tell you
Yeah,
a story about
the
the raid.
The raid,
The
the T-Rex raid. Well, there's a... in Universal Studios in the Jurassic Park section, yes, there's the dinosaur that grabs hats. On the actual ride, right?
The dude dressed as a dinosaur that takes your hat.
Yeah, we went
Grabbed wigs as well, okay.
went on with
Skull caps.
Earplugs.
with my mum, right? It's bringing you along this wee river and shit, and then you can see fucking dinosaurs on the banks and stuff like that. It's all
that
proper,
tune on?
proper legit, yeah. And Abraham's class, you know what I mean?
It's like, we're really there.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know, this is pretty nice.
John Cena with a wee pint.
But you still don't put your hand in the water just in case. Do you know what I
Don't
mean?
go in the water.
It's Florida, like crocodiles, man. But
Indoors.
I think you'd be on at Universal Studios.
The homes, you know what I mean? So squirrels are running about that place, not giving a fuck, man. Throwing nuts, man, not giving
Pulling
a
knives
fuck.
on you.
Throwing nuts and everything.
Give us your
What are you
sun
gonna
cream,
do
man.
about it? Do you know what I mean?
What did you do with it?
Just looked at it for a while.
Man, those
Pictures.
squirrels are
But,
nuts, man.
yeah.
They're
Yeah, we're
fucking
moving along
nuts.
this ride, right? And then it quickly goes to where the dinosaurs are supposed to be fucking the place up through this warehouse and everything. There's all lights flashing, fucking, you know, body parts hitting walls. And I'm like, oh.
It's like a rave.
Fucking, yeah. But, you know, the
Start a blade.
blade theme in the background.
Start
But,
Yeah.
and getting towards there's a big fucking T-Rex near the end, and it's supposed to come down and go to bite the boat. But me and my mum's in this boat moving along, everything's going haywire, and then we're getting closer and closer to the T-Rex, and all you hear is, okay, folks, who's ready for try two? You know what I mean? And it's like, what? Something go wrong there, and apparently the fucking whole T-Rex is supposed to come down, and that's the big end of the ride. You know what I mean? The T-Rex, you just
and the big
avoid it.
splashdown there.
Just freezes. You know
So
what I
this
mean?
is before the big drop, was it?
Yeah.
So then imagine the music in the background. The try two. Try two again. Off we go, folks. T-Rex fucking frozen still. And we're just looking at it.
I was frozen.
Sit out, and then I actually realised, I'm like, hang on, this is very familiar. I think I watched this on YouTube, you know. Somebody filmed it. And then it goes to my ma. Is there a drop at the end of this? And I fucking hate roller coasters, man. And as soon as I said that, this fucking thing, which is how you're supposed to avoid the dinosaur, you know, but it wasn't clicking on. But it distracted me. This fucking T-Rex.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What the fuck? So it just froze. You know, your man breaking the immersion. Get ready for round two. Hang on, man. Is there a drop at the end of this? And then boom, this thing fucking hits light speed, boy. Just a big drop, and then
splash,
sucked
no?
in the water. And I'm like, but see the how that makes my fucking stomach feel, man. It's like, what the fuck? I feel like my organs are like put me in bust up or something, you know. But yeah, those are some fucking quality moments.
But then you
And,
dry straight up after those water rides. You almost be glad of it. You mean the heat and stuff. You're like, oh.
Now, it would have been better if the T-Rex had worked.
Yeah.
And your man didn't have to break the immersion, you know what I mean? But it was distraction, you know.
It's just really well done, I know.
Yeah. But very, I would go back to it and check it out, like to see, you know, it would probably actually work, you know. But apparently, you know, these things break down, so.
That's what they're rebooting it at the minute. That's what I was saying to you the other day. Like they're closing it for like a refurbishment to now rebrand as Jurassic World, new colour scheme.
Class.
I think new dinosaurs and stuff as well.
I just love the idea of you sitting 5 foot away from this big, massive head,
Yeah.
and then yeah, just you like, well,
It's supposed to come down,
yeah,
And then the drop, I can imagine like the drop goes straight down.
No, no.
Like you imagine it froze.
yeah. Oh,
Ma, is there a drop at the end of that?
So man, I remember speaking of fucking roller coasters, when me and Jenny were in Paris years ago. We went to Disneyland. There was an Indiana Jones ride. And we're in the queue, and it looked reasonably small. And Jenny was going, "No, this isn't a roller coaster, is it? No, it's not a roller coaster, is it?" I was like, "No, it's not. Don't be worrying." And the part we were in the queue, there was a loop the loop. As soon as she said, "This isn't a roller coaster," I was like, "I know." Went past. Off you go.
fucking
But once you
hell.
have to do it, like, you have to do it. Like, it's the adrenaline of it, like, you know.
No.
And then you get pictures on. You just get pictures of what you were like going down.
I want to see that picture of you staring at the
Don't
head.
really buy them, like, you know what I mean? But we'll see them.
Did you see it?
We'll
Yeah.
check them out afterwards.
What were you?
I can't remember.
No, that's what I want to see, him staring at the head.
Because you see when
That's
you get some photos like when I went to like the land of drops rides
Yeah.
through them.
I wanna see the one
But you
with
see
Nani.
ridiculous faces on them. You see very straight faces on them. You go, that person obviously did that for 10 times before
Yeah.
that ride.
Yeah.
You know,
No
nothing.
bother.
No, Dacky shot almost.
Oh, yeah,
You know,
yes.
deadpan on this ride. Like. You call this a raid?
If anyone could do it, I could do it. The fuck boy.
Wide arms, but.
Well, we went to see the Twister ride in the Universal Studios as well.
Epic,
Literally, Epic, what?
I like it now.
Literally,
Was Bill Paxton
a bunch
on
of people
Don't tell me that broke as well,
just
did it?
line up, and you watch
Oh, it's like a show.
this wee street and there's a tree in the middle of this.
Oh, it's like a petrol station or something.
The
Like,
tree
yeah.
gets hit by lightning and it gets blown over.
And the cow.
Is that it?
Did you just have the cow flying past? Did you not have the
Man, I
cow?
can't even remember. It was
I
that
see the
shit.
clothes it now.
It was that shit,
It's
man.
their donkey's
Literally,
years, like.
when we were walking out, you could see the staff and all. I don't know if Ran or Brie asked me, "What do you think of that?" I was going, "Man, that was fucking crap."
It's on a ride, like it's not. It's
And
like
we were
a,
all the same. We were all talking, just slagging this fucking thing, right?
It's like a wee stunt show,
Literally, I
though.
don't know if it was that day or if we came back the next day. It was closed. It was
Done.
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 You know what I mean? So
Shut the ride down.
Reviews and damn, who's these Irish fellas?
so you say-
Fucking shit.
So there wasn't even a cow flying past it or not. No.
Man, there might have been.
See, that's
But
what
it was that bad. I
Because
blanked it
closed,
out.
like.
It was just like that was fucking.
Because when
you
I
know what
went, like it was there years.
I was
You know what I
expecting,
mean?
you get blown off your seat, and all this mad shit. You're literally watching something get blew over.
Oh, you
like
walk in and you stand.
yeah, we
That's what I
literally
remember,
stand
like,
behind
yeah.
this fuck man. I was like, wow, I don't know what you saw. You probably seen it back in the heyday where everything worked.
That's
Right, lads, all that works is a tree.
That's what I'm saying. If you, I think you probably got the last rated. I imagine like the person you got is the most
I
depressed
literally-
person.
I literally felt like we walked out complaining about it and just go, shut it down. Shut it down.
But these people, man, I can
Shut the
imagine.
fucking right down.
I can imagine these people with the hair just
It wasn't
every
even a
shit.
raid, though. You know what I mean?
I know.
Put the T-Rex head in it.
Yeah, but fucking
T-Rex
Hey.
fan instead of the
Why
car.
not?
talking about getting your photo taken from roller coasters and shit like that.
Yeah.
There's a Harry Potter ride there that it's like you go on a broomstick
Right.
and it's not a roller coaster, but it's like a roller coaster. I suppose it technically is a roller coaster, but this thing brings you up and there's like mad animatronic fucking dragons and things shooting flames at you. You can feel the roasting flames and the fucking spectre things coming up at you. No real shit.
Yeah.
And then you've got, it brings you all forward to a big screen and you're flying towards like a castle and all, and it's all like, holy fuck, this looks real graphics, you know what I mean?
It's awesome.
But it's fucking just firing you all about the
See,
place.
you
like.
could do that more with like Harry Potter. I mean, you can't do that with like Jurassic Park. Like everyone going through the ride, and all of a sudden, every single person gets a T-Rex coming through the fucking roof on you. You can't, there's only certain
Yeah.
things you can do with
That's
it.
what I think some of these rides could do, like experience. But could you imagine, like I go on that experience, the Jurassic Park experience manager. There's a big warehouse to set up like that rain scene with the two Jeeps. So you have two cars
Yeah.
full of Jeeps, or maybe nobody even in the front.
Or here.
So you have 6 seats in here, and you're watching this thing come. Now with VR. Like,
Well,
you're
no.
just, that's
Do you ever see
fucking
the
brilliant,
secret
you know?
cinema thing that goes on over in England, where they pick a film each year,
Right.
and then you pay the tickets in advance, and then you meet them up somewhere, and they take you to this whole area that's been done up. They did it for like Back to the Future, and they did it for a couple other films. Like they recreated the town hall, the big clock, everything, all this mad shit.
Yeah.
If you could do that for something like Jurassic Park, it would be kind of cool. You
Sound
go
like
to
that,
like a mini version
Paddock
of
or something.
yeah. No, like they did
Or
the
like
first film.
the
Nothing
visitor
was
centre
there.
or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
For that, see, just from trying to work out. Like, I mean, you've got like some of the rides. There's not that many. Like, there's a couple of games and stuff for it. There's surprisingly there's no cartoon or anything for Jurassic Park. And there's no other wee like spin-off things of it. There's a couple of toy lines and stuff like
You
that.
mentioned something earlier on. It reminded me. I got off topic there, but since we're linking back to VR, you were
Yeah,
saying
that
something
would
about,
be the ultimate
there's a
experience thing
online,
for it.
Must be for the Oculus
Yeah.
or something, but you can
so.
relive that entire scene.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
You
And
can't
it's
you showed
coming
me
through
that.
and all, and you can
The game, yeah,
pick up
it's pretty
flare,
good.
Pick up flare and go out and do it. It looks pretty tight. Because imagine that, man. I would pay imagine like a full film. I don't know how you would do it with films now, like, but immerse yourself in finishing look.
But the idea of just the park alone, like you would, because again,
Revisit
you can
certain
mark
scenes.
that to anyone. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, you could probably get like a more fucked up version. You actually are being chased if you want it. If you want the kids like walk through the actual park, no bother. Like,
you're got Jeff Goldblum on the back of the Jeep.
yeah, beside you, lying across it and all.
Past it.
Yeah. But that would be kind of cool, just like, because I'm just trying to think, for a franchise of that size and all, like, it's continued to grow, it's continued to get that fan base, even though there's limited outputs of it, you know what I mean? Whereas everything else has been done to death. I mean, there's fucking Back to the Future cartoon, Mighty Ducks cartoons, comics, those games, there's everything. It was a shit. But
I think we talked about that. Not long. Why was Jurassic Park not made into an? Like that was ripe for an animation, especially during the 90s.
Yeah.
Imagine that, like that would be like Jurassic Park. Like I can imagine Jumanji. Like we were not too long ago. Imagine like fucking everything was turned into cartoons.
yeah, interesting. It wasn't. It's just strange. So maybe.
Maybe it was Crichton. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it was.
Well, there you go.
he was maybe
It could go
against
that
it or
way.
something, I don't know.
But going forth, like, I mean, just means they can carry on one story with the films and then go off and do something completely different. Like, do the thing they did in the game, whereas they went back for the Barbasol can and all. Like, everyone wanted to see that, but they did it in the game well
Like
enough.
that kind
So-
of has to be on that island. It hasn't been mentioned since, so that has to be in the restricted part of that.
I think one of the games, though, one of the Telltale games did that that was their plot.
Yeah.
For the Jurassic Park game. It's
Go
like,
around.
It was, yeah. It was.
you know,
I've been
you went
trying to
back
get hold.
trying
Yeah.
to retrieve that, like, and you decide watch.
I think it was only an Xbox or something, but it's one of those things I've watched the videos thing of it.
PlayStation now as well.
Is it? Oh, well, that's going to be on the list.
But I'm
then.
sitting there, how different will how much potential could get out of a film with that? Like how far off like what we're seeing now?
I'd say like a
You know?
Netflix series
It's
would be better.
like somebody else has gone to retrieve this DNA.
Well, you do like a 6-part series
How
like
would you
Netflix or
find
something,
it
I'd
to-
watch
Yeah.
the fuck out of that.
How would you find that now? We can that Bobby
molded over
overgrown
everything.
and fucking.
But no, do it like they did in the film where it's shortly after what happened in the first. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, flashback,
in the game, I
yeah.
think it was only like a couple of weeks after the fact, and
So
they went
it's
in
already
for it.
gone. So in this film, that so when you see your film, you go back to just shortly after they leave the island.
Yeah.
And somebody's sent to the island.
Yeah. Like no, the way in Fall King was just short. Well, not shortly, but a
This
wee
is
while
almost a prequel.
after.
This is a prequel sequel.
Yeah. It'd be done no way like in Fallen Kingdom was just a wee bit after World, so they're going in, they're not sure what's dead, what's not, that kind of thing. So them going in to try and
Well,
find
that's the only
the
way it could work. Like,
Okay, is that how they got Jurassic World going?
the longer time goes.
no, they
Like, it wasn't mentioned Jurassic World how they started breeding them and creating them again.
there's a few different things on your I can't remember the guy's name, Creighton or something. Yeah.
or something.
They've got a few videos explaining a few different things, explaining that when about the power going off and all the embryos there were basically useless. Because I thought because they got the power up and going again, would that Jeep be still be going around
And that
everything?
can of embryos only lasts a
Couple hours,
chilled for like a few hours, doesn't
Yeah.
it? So if you go back and retrieve it now, DNA could be rotten, like it would be useless.
Yeah, but you can tweak a few things in
You're
the
saying you go back maybe a day or two later after they evacuate the island, you need to get that stuff back.
yeah. Why not? I mean, there's other staff members, so maybe just the fact is there was someone on another part of the island that didn't leave. I mean, why not just do that?
I love to see that because then you
Could be hours after.
Jurassic World takes place what?
Here, 24. No, like the way 24 was done. 24 episodes, 1 hour each on the island. Why not just do that? I binge watch the fuck out of that. Not to bother.
Lost footage style.
Yeah.
Oh, fine footage, yeah.
Actual fucking how long?
I know
that could work,
Fine
yeah.
footage, but like I'm fan of that sort of, so that'd be awesome. If fine
Yeah,
footage
that's
was
what he has to go back for that shit, and then you see him handing off to whoever at the end.
How-
Nedry's jacket or corpse.
How else could you maybe adapt? I know they've done wee series on comics and whatnot, but the game Evolution seems to be more just like a build apart kind of thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to be like a story to it. But the just saying, like with the graphics you're getting and that kind of thing, it's eventual. Maybe someone will pick up that kind of idea. I'm sure if we come up with someone, well, no, fuck that. We've come up with it. No one else has come up with it. I haven't heard that shit coming on, but VR, yeah. So
from the imagination.
well, we said that about the rest, and then it happened. So
With an E there.
yeah, I'm on to so we're positive enough about where we want to see it going, and I'm sure we'll be patient enough another year or two for everything that's come out. We've had 25 years now of the entire franchise to go through. 25 years, Jurassic Park. Like that's nearly our life, if you put it that way. It looks our lifetime. It's been this franchise here.
Fossilized.
I know. But that's one thing you want to pass that. You want to pass that on to younger children or whatever to pick up on, because the first one definitely. Second one, when are we a bit older? The fuck.
Sitting down watching with your child or something.
Yeah.
Showing them Jurassic
That was
Park
one of the
for
ones I
first
was
time.
looking forward to seeing with Travis when we grow. When
Yeah.
he was growing up.
See
You know,
his
showing
reactions
a load of movies that you like to see with him, especially when he's growing
Yeah,
up.
I can't wait to see how we nephews and nieces and all get on watching that, because it'll just be insane to see their wee heads freak out. Like,
From Jurassic Park, but I'm down just to show a kid Inception. 5-year-old or something.
fuck. Well, here before we wander off, because we. Well, to
We're
be
the
fair, I
kings-
enjoyed.
we're the
I
kings
enjoyed
of
the
that.
fuck.
We're the
It comes
kings of
through
that,
right,
you
but no, I think it's definitely a franchise that was worthy of a podcast or two.
I could cover so much more, like, but it's just
Yeah,
I
without
think we've
going
covered- I think
into-
we've covered what.
Yeah,
we
without
want to
going
talk
into
about.
fan theory scripts and alternative fucking like the whole man, the issue. If anyone just interested themselves, there's like we brought Jack Horner and his TED talks on different theories, especially related to chickens that John had raised.
Definitely check it out. Like, check out that
Leon,
stuff.
they're all
Clayton,
called
Ferrari,
Leon.
Yep.
a few other stations on YouTube. A lot of stuff about theories. You can go check it out. Look.
There's I think it was the Science of the Scene, I think it is, like it's called, for the whole paddock release thing for Jurassic Park. It's pretty good. There's a lot of, if you have the DVDs, obviously check out the bonus features for the first one as well. They're really cool. You get into Stan Winston studio to see the moles and everything done. There's interesting ones. There's a lot of videos to cover the whole problem with getting Jurassic Park 4, which became Jurassic World, up and going. There's a rich history in that. I mean, I remember sitting there with Jason and we were in tech, back and forth. Oh, there's another development thing. There's this wee thing. It's just wee bits of news were being leaked every couple of months, and different people were coming on board and leaving it. It just went on and on and on. It was just like a running joke that this thing was going to get made. You see all these fan posters. There was all these names like Jurassic Park Extinction, and everyone thought, oh, this is going to be it, and never fucking happened. And then all of a sudden it started picking up speed eventually, and it's
Jurassic
ridiculous
Park,
to see it.
forget about it.
Yeah. No, but they actually see that it was so close that it was just dormant. That the third film, I think, did so much damage, but people wanted to hold on to it. So
It's fatigue, dinosaur fatigue, maybe.
there's a great video on that. I think your man put it up. It's like 45 minutes covering all that process of the production stopping and starting. It's great to fucking get into. So there's definitely wee bits you could check out, and let us know as well anything else that you enjoyed. What other spin-offs do you think would work? Because I think our Mitchell Brothers one by far is up there. Like
that's the
Castaway
highlight of this
one as well. I'm looking forward to Fury Park. You know what I mean? That in itself. So if anyone's got any alternative ideas or maybe scenes or something you might have thought we should have included. Like, I mean, everyone loves the fucking scene with Lex getting covered in fucking snot. I should have. That's the one thing I regret not asking her about. What was that like getting covered in snot?
Like that's probably another shot she gets signed a lot.
No, I never saw it. That's the thing. I never saw it. All of her.
It's probably a new show.
God bless you.
See if I ever see her again. I'm going to get that signed.
That's
Frank,
it,
God
yeah.
bless you. No bother.
And her number.
Nah, her number. Well, no, she's married. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
She's an American, man. I'm in fucking Yuri.
So close. So close.
So far. Well, thanks very much, lads. We've got this together, got it in the fucking bag.
Thanks for having
me.
me.
Get some more.
First podcast I'm doing in your new studio.
The studio in development.
Office.
The new office / studio.
It's nice, man. It's cool we set up. I can see his equally. I can look at just in the eye.
Yeah.
I have a microphone right in front of my face.
We had a lot of fun in the last studio.
The whole time.
The whole time.
The whole
The whole time.
No, we had a lot of fun in the last studio, but this is a lot more promise. And the next step for that is hopefully some video content going up as well. So sign off for myself. If you want to follow each of us through Instagram more than anything, to be honest, because Facebook's a load of shit, as you know.
Sorry, Mark Zuckerberg.
No, fuck.
Suck it. Yeah, fucker.
So, as myself, you'll be able to find me as Conor Maguire 88 on Instagram, and yourself, Niall.
Myself at Messy Doodle. That's just Messy Doodle now. At Messy Doodle.
Best time. And John, where will we find you?
You can find me on Twitter, Original Razor. Razor spelled R-A-Z-E, or not a no. And the same for Instagram. And
Same handle.
yeah, that's the crack.
Good to see you on Instagram.
If you want
At least we can tag him in this post now.
Yeah.
The Original Razor, PSN.
Because man, anytime you had to tag anything with you on it, it had to be at hashtag JP. Right.
Well, the next one we have to get Billy Williams on it. That's the next step. Yeah. And he'll be on, hopefully
the Incredible Murph.
The Incredible Murph. Hopefully we get him on some more podcasts soon as well. So that's another thing. If you guys as well enjoy the crack we usually have here, and you've got any suggestions for stuff we might want to review or something, give us a comment underneath these videos as well. But thanks very much, and hopefully we haven't bored the fuck out of you for the last 2 hours.
If you're still here.
If you're still here. We're just not talking ourselves at this point. But
you're strong.
You're a strong.
Confident woman. Just in case they drifted off. Like.
No. Well, thanks very much, lads. Appreciate the crack.
Cheers.
Telling you now.